Yeah, point Geese up against point Chizuru. Okay.
Very popular position choice among the Geese players. Incross, the homie from Florida. Yeah, coming up in the world.
Yeah, Geese has been kind of popping off lately too. I think people are starting to really believe in him, and you can see it starting to play this little bit of a zoning game with the fireball.
Ooh, that was an unfortunate hop over. That happens quite a bit though. Like sometimes you just want that extra hop up in their face, and your character just sails over them, and you end up pretty open for a Ashi or an anti-air low B. So Incross kind of getting off the hook easily there.
But now EdgeOfNotion is starting to really adapt here to this fireball game. So now we're going to adjust, throwing out the normals here as well as the jumping CD. Good patience from Incross, not to bite too quickly.
I wonder if that was supposed to be a run-up throw because he staggered it there for a second. So I thought maybe he thought Incross is blocking a little too much here. I'm going to make him scared pull back.
Well, Incross is about to make EdgeOfNotion scared going into this next round here. Whip is coming in, but Geese is going to get a nice little chunk of health back with the time remaining.
Oh man, this is the girl like, do you know the matchup? This is definitely a knowledge check right now. Knowledge check in full effect.
Yeah, this character's kind of nuts actually. I remember when people were saying she was bottom 1, and now she's kind of running wild in a lot of these brackets, but Incross closing the distance immediately does not want to allow her to get that zone game started. Oh.
EdgeOfNotion right now, quite possibly a little too gun-shy to just let it rip with Whip. I almost feel like he's respecting Incross a little too much.
Oh, but here we go, able to get a throw, and yeah, I agree. You have to try and get something started. That empty jump into the low is very nice, and now we can finally start playing this spacing game where Whip really excels. But again, not really pressing any buttons here, just kind of waiting to see what Incross does.
Yeah, Incross right now just in complete control, even after taking all that damage. And EdgeOfNotion, gotta wonder if they're, wow, looking for the neutral jump punish there, but nothing doing.
Yeah.
And up 2 is Incross.
And I think the problem there is that EdgeOfNotion, like you said, too gun shy, right? Was not willing to press any buttons or act. I think needs to be a little bit more proactive in neutral because Incross is not afraid to be jumping around hitting buttons.
You absolutely have to press your advantage when you're dealing with, I mean, especially with a point character, because the point character's goal, especially after the first character's down, is to hold on to some meter for the secondary. EdgeOfNotion probably just needs to be aware of the positioning here, because you see Incross ain't trying to spend nothing. He's just like, whatever, all normals. If we get a significant touch, we'll make the most of it. But right now, we're just trying to run the clock down.
Yeah, and the suppression in the corner too. EdgeOfNotion having a really hard time figuring out how to escape. The EX Fireball is going to push us back here to mid-screen, but again, Incross just challenging because EdgeOfNotion is a little too cautious.
Yeah, he's about the OCV right now. Next touch, well, he did have an opportunity for a quick max, but run up throw does it.
Yeah, it's going to do it. And Makoto Fox is going to come through with the raid. Thank you so much. You all are just in time for the first match of KOF 15 tonight.
Incross taking that shot, dare I say, commandingly, convincingly.
Very. The first OCV in the first match of the night here with none other than Geese of all characters, too.
I'm kind of feeling like these guys knew I was coming, man. Hitting me with the bangers out the gate.
Absolutely, and here we go. I think Chizuru definitely needs to be way more proactive. Just that's what EdgeOfNotion needs to do in general. Be more willing to challenge and press buttons.
Yeah, you got a character that, like, Chizuru still got some pretty good buttons that she can use in this match. I think she can box with Geese. But EdgeOfNotion, it's becoming a matter of comfortableness. He's clearly not comfortable with this matchup, and maybe not entirely with Chizuru, because you saw right there, left himself wide open for a big punish.
Yeah, but it does get a nice little jump, and unfortunately isn't able to get a good confirm off of it, and Incross gonna spend that meter to get the knockdown and start pressing this advantage.
There's that bar E. Definitely would like to see that represented a little bit more. They did do a little bit of equalizing to it, but not a bad button still. But you feel like EdgeOfNotion probably not interested in fighting with his back against the corner. Yeah, big risk there.
Yeah, and died after spending the EX as well, so that's a little less meter coming in with your middle character. And now Whip can definitely take down Geese. EdgeOfNotion just needs to be willing to do it.
He needs a gimmick right now, honestly. Like, every Whip has a gimmick that other players have to get hit by at least once before it becomes possible to combat against it.
Well, we do get a little bit of a confirm there into some respectable damage.
That was an opportunity right there. So I'm hurting for EdgeOfNotion right now. When you see those opportunities drop like that, man, you're not going to get too many of them.
Yeah, no, and is also just kind of poking away here. Finally gets a nice hit, putting incross into the corner, but you have to capitalize, and capitalization is not going to happen here. But finally takes down Geese.
So you see EdgeOfNotion right now playing that a little closer to the chest. No need to overextend, and now the Iori is coming in with almost 2.5 bars. This is still a pretty fair fight, though. I mean, you're looking at whip here with 1.5 bars. He gets a touch. It's gonna be good damage, and I still don't think that Incross is 100% happy to be facing a whip that looks this healthy. Hey, you gotta make that happen, bro.
Yeah, but the flip side here, this is the first time that EdgeOfNotion has seen Incross's Iori in this set, right? So you're gonna have to adapt to a whole different play style now.
Possibly. At the same time, it's Iori, man. There can't be that many play styles. That's right.
Okay.
I said it.
All Iori is the same?
Man, I have yet to run into one that really made me think.
Damn, that's crazy.
I'm just kidding, y'all. Iori players are cool. Hey, nice converse. Oh, almost.
That's the commentator's curse.
That's what I get, man. The Iori factor is in full effect, and that's going to do it. Won't say that EdgeOfNotion played that one badly outside of execution errors. Definitely had some good decisions that they made, just were not on the ball with finishing off the plate.
Absolutely. Well, let's see if Mai is going to be able to try and turn the tables around here. Incross does have a meter lead, but there's a nice 5B. Just trying to stuff some room, but just another confirm. Going to make the most of this one as well. How much are we willing to spend?
Not too much there. I think he wants one more touch to possibly finish it off. Mai's one of those characters that you let her loose, she can be hard to catch, especially if she gets that life lead. Very adept at running away, good projectile, good air normals, and pretty much an air dash type move that does damage. I don't think he's going to be running. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, into the level 2 fireworks, and there it is.
Do it.
Incross gonna take it 2-0 over EdgeOfNotion in our very first match of the night.
Big ups to EdgeOfNotion, no double OCB.
Angel season 2, right? That's what everyone said.
I only play ranked, man, so I don't ever see no billies out there. Everybody's just running Kyo and Iori now.
But is going to be going against one of the strongest characters in the game, Yashiro, even after the patch, right? He's still incredibly strong, but you can't see it right now. MstrickyX just putting in the work here in the corner, but as soon as I say that.
I was going to say, yeah, that looked like it was working, but Beto had enough, you know? It's like, hey, it's not real.
Oh, but there's a nice anti-air. Oh, no. Okay, patience. He tries to go for the Shadow Strike, but just whiffs it. Both of them not really too sure. They don't seem like they feel too comfortable in the neutral quite yet.
That's funny, too, because MstrickyX came out there just swinging, looking super comfortable with the offense, and then just backed off it, and Beto's offense is just like, I just hit the button, and I get 40% damage, so you cannot let me out of the corner. Still got it, though. MstrickyX eating so much damage, but still managing to take the round.
Yeah, being able to actually just press the button in response to the jump. And Kersey Cool coming through with the $20 to the match for Rino. Thank you so much. But here's an interesting matchup. Billy versus Clark.
See what we got. Oh, nice jump. I was telling you about that before the show, man. Like, I'd rather just get anti-air than take the throw from the Clark, because the thing about the Clark throw is that it just sucks the wind out of your game plan. You don't get a chance to not guess three-way mix-ups after you get thrown one, so definitely respect going for the jump there.
Yeah, for sure. Johan Gomez coming through with the 9-month sub. Thank you so much and welcome back. But now O.Shermie. This is a character that's kind of underutilized, but can definitely dish out the damage as well.
It's got an interesting toolkit, and I think it only got better in Season 2, but at the same time, there's been some barriers that kept her from being just super strong or considered super strong in the current meta. But I do see her finding ways to blow up things that people kind of take for granted, like pressure that people think, like, oh yeah, I just get this because the character's that good, you know? She's got some counters.
And Johan Gomez coming through with the 25 gifted subs. Thank you so much for the support. Supporting MstrickyX here as they were able to finally take out the Clark.
That was a tremendous down seed there, and that's one of the things that Shermie University, both Shermie and O.Shermie, nice cross up there. They're going to be utilizing that because it's still pretty good from the front this time.
Here we go, nice confirm. Go and sets up
OG.
No! Very smart there, jumping forward.
That was close though, because I definitely thought that was about to touch. It was right on the hair, man.
Yeah, incredibly close, but a good full jump there. I mean, if we probably went for some kind of hop, you definitely were getting blown up by the DP.
I feel like that was by design though, because I was like, what was he gonna get if he just full jumped and then like Beto just blocked or didn't do anything? Then he gets to land and reset neutral, so it's not a bad thing either way. But he just knew, like, yeah, whatever you've got coming out is not going to beat the full jump.
Yeah, absolutely. But here we go. Back to Billy now. This Billy was looking really clean at the start of the first game. Let's see if we can maintain that momentum again.
Really setting the pace of the matchup, too, because it's not like this Billy didn't take some damage here, but MstrickyX managing to hold on for the round and probably letting a lot of air out of Beto's sails, because these Yashiro players, they like to really they like to take a couple characters with the Yashiro because he's good for it usually. Great resources management, great damage, great buttons. He can kind of do it all from the point position.
Right now,
here we go.
Ooh, yeah, and this is exactly where it becomes a problem. Getting caught in the corner against a character like Yashiro. And even when
damage,
you block...
That's off a low B, man. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, I thought they nerfed those across the board, right?
They said so, right? I watched it. We all read that, right?
Oh, but going on in, tries to get the close C, not going to quite fit, but chasing down, too. MstrickyX trying to run away and create the space, and it is currently working.
Oh, yeah, man. Yashiro does have a decent range game, but I think Billy's probably one of the few characters that can circumvent that, as we're seeing right now. Decent pokes against a character. I mean, you've seen the Yashiro normals, man. They're kind of buff. They're big.
Johan Gomez, big as well, come through with a $25 direct contribution to the match. Rino already at $54. Thank you so much. Oh, there's that 2D. 2D is such a good tool there for Clark, just to keep distance and score those knockdowns to get more pressure going.
Super fast. I think it's safe on block, too. Oh, good damage. Billy coming up right now. He's going to spin itself. I would. Yes, sir.
Clark is a problem. We need to do as much damage as we possibly can. There we go. We have the core positioning, but gets tossed. Goodbye, Billy. But you know what? He did the work that he needed to.
I actually can't believe that was not 50% damage. Like, I can't believe that didn't put Clark in that orange area of health. I'm like,
any other character would have.
Yeah, right? How much speeder did he spend on that? Oh, no. I think he might have double pumped the quarter circle forward there. It happens.
Yeah, and now
Clark he's getting to work.
Rolling dead cradle, gets the trade though on that JA. Turning the tables.
And Jobber, there was that down C again. Like every O.Shermie, both Orochi and normal, were like, I'm in trouble. Did he jump? I'm hitting the down C. The worst thing that can happen is that we trade and I get a cross up.
Yeah, it's just such a solid tool here. But now you have to go up against Iori. Did really well against Iori last time, so let's see if we can keep that going. All right, the patience.
Yeah, the Iori right. Nice whip punny.
Yeah, like you said, just mash on that down C, right? But this time,
he was looking for it, ready for it. It's a great button. Oh, but chill, buddy. It ain't that good. Yeah, he might be trying to preemptively hit the down C in case, because he always like the hop CD a lot. And once the hop CD is out, it's kind of hard to stop it. And if you block it, you're just taking all that free pressure. So I think that's why those preemptive down Cs are coming out, because MstrickyX did not want to deal with those whatsoever.
Yeah, absolutely. And I really love that DP through the block string as well, just finally shutting down O.Shermie. And now it is time for Ash. Ash with 3 bars, nearly 3.5. Just don't get hit. That's the advice.
That is the advice. Do not get hit. But then again, Iori's got 4 bars. We're talking like 60% damage off a really simple string. That was a little late on the roll. I would have preferred a guard cancel there. I think he's probably going to bite the dust here if MstrickyX can finish this one off.
And we'll have to see, do they have
him?
No!
Oh,
unfortunate.
That's bad. You got an angry Iori there with almost 5 bars. Yeah, I would activate too.
Good job blocking this mix.
Uh-oh. He's about to get 3 bars too as soon as it ends. 1 touch.
Yeah, and this is still a really dangerous position as well. Iori still has a lot of meter on deck. Spends the guard cancel, but it's too far away to get the full punish. There we go.
He gets the full punish here, though, but doesn't spin the meter.
All right, a little bit of a scramble going on here.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't let him do that twice, man. You can just wake him, throw him.
And there it is, 2-0. MstrickyX gonna take it over Beto there. Beto nearly had it, but it was just some unfortunate positioning.
Yeah, I think one of the things that probably dragged her down a little bit was just that the zoning game just was not quite where people wanted it to be. I still think she's good, but I think that if you want to zone in this game, I mean, you got mine. The fireball
Mai
game
is just
there is
King,
already
but better.
good. Yeah, Andy. But I think King has her place still. I think people play King because, well, definitely not for the anti-airs. We'll say that much. But they're just comfortable with her pressure.
And the pressure right now from Juan. Oh, but armoring through all of it. There's the pile driver coming through from Dinosaur, but not gonna be able to get too much pressure set up.
This kill pressure is something else, man. Like, I don't want to say that they made him a little too good, but like, I feel like I've been saying it since last year. I think these kill players flew under the radar. I think they got away with murder by keeping their mouths shut all season 1, because they came into season 2 like, yeah, same game plan as the first year, and it's great, baby.
Yeah, and here we go, just keeping the same game plan going in this next round. Also, gonna go ahead and spend the meter combo onto the EXDP and stuffs the Shatter Strike as well. I think it's over for King, yep.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
But you know what's not embarrassing? Saya SP coming through with the 34 months and the Great Wizard coming through with the $10 direct contribution to the match, Rino. Thank you so much.
Excellent work there. All right, here comes the Mai with 2 bars, almost 3. Man, hard to get anything started. Juan just not respecting anything Tantan has thrown at him. Oh, wow. Okay. Is he going to get a punish?
Yeah, you're feeling yourself a little bit there where you just let that super rock like that. You think he's going to try to press, able to jump over the DP. This is Kantan's opportunity now.
Well, I think like that kill play had just gotten so fast that it got ahead of him, and he was trying to just Rekka, and it turned into super because it happens like that. You know, you're like, oh, man, I'm just like, I can't do it. Wow, dude, he just wanted to Rekka. What?
Maybe he was trying to go for the frame. Trap there.
I don't believe it. I don't believe that for a second, man. Get out of here.
So 10,000 IQ plays here. Uh-oh.
And Juan KOF draining himself of meter and then eating a My Super to lose the kill. Almost had an OCV there.
Yeah, but not quite, though. Tantan staying alive, but for how long? Mai without even half a bar and under half health here going against B.Jenet.
Yeah, that's going to do it, I think. There's no reason why he shouldn't finish it.
Don't give Mai the opportunity.
Well, I'm about to say, yeah, but if he blocks that super, that could be a problem for Juan there.
Yeah, man, Juan just kind of letting these supers rip, these raw supers go. Not only with Kyo, but here with B.Jenet as well.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, you know, I can make the case that he was throwing Rekkas out while he had his opponent in the corner and just was like a little sloppy with the input, maybe double input just in case. He thought he might have missed it, and it turned into super. But when he did it mid-screen, I was like, okay, dude, you're definitely trolling.
Oh, but going to start off with the Rekka as well. Tries to go for the pressure with the jumping CD. And is going to catch Dinosaur. Oh, punish?
No. I think he might have wanted to EX that. Again, might have wanted to EX that.
So many dropped opportunities here from Tantan to get something started with Dinosaur. There we go. Comes into the pile driver.
Mid-screen is not a bad place for Dinosaur. I think he likes playing mid-screen more than he likes playing in the corner.
Oh, but unfortunately he is going to be out now, and it's time for King to come in to try and get rid of Kyo. Now, I think it's key here that King puts in way more work than we saw last time. If King goes down without taking out Kyo, I don't see Mai bringing it back.
I mean, unfortunately, he's opening up the match with a backdash and jump back into the corner. Like, he wants to put Juan in a position where he finds that one opening because Juan was just rushing in. But I don't think it's going to happen. So, the way he's playing it right now,
Okay. If it works, it
just
works.
Do it.
We take those.
Just do it, baby.
So now B.Jenet coming in, and we were talking about King not having great anti-airs, right? That is what's really going to hurt her in this matchup. B.Jenet is the queen of the skies. She has just such good air mobility, able to get in over those bad anti-airs from King.
Yeah, I think King's going to have to probably do a little bit of... God, that crossed up. King's going to have to do a lot of bit of air movement herself here if she wants to stop the B.Jenet from sailing around the map, but going to have to get out of the corner first. Wow, that was a risky slide.
Yeah, full confirm. Ooh, Oh, we just try and go for the chase down?
And Juan KOF is just handing them to him right now. Like,
handing them, but Tauntaun's not taking them, though. That's the one thing.
Said, no thanks. Take it back. Make it again.
So, oh, you messed up? Nope, no problem. We'll go back to neutral.
Like, I would not be so rude as to punish a man for a whip DB.
And here we go. Now it is all up to Mai to keep Tantan alive in this winner side of the bracket here.
Punish.
There's the punish.
She can do it. 3.5 bars. He's going to blow all of it? No, he's going to hold on to it. Hard knockdown. Jeez. Those, so you see those close C's? Like, Yashiro got it. She got it. I think Yuri got it. That's top tier close C right there. It's going to accomplish what you want a close C to do. It's also going to be an anti-air on both sides of the carry.
Here we go. Lets out the level 1, and actually a trade. Tries to jump to the other side, but is going to get thrown. And now it is not looking good for Tantan. Back up against the ropes.
Still has an opportunity here. One touch is probably going to do it for Tantan. There it is.
All right. Now bringing in Iori, but with only 32 seconds left on the clock, that is not going to be a lot of health coming back for Mai.
Might be in the green. Maybe. Yeah.
Yep, just a little bit.
He can take maybe one. He can't take a solid touch. A solid touch is obviously going to kill him, but like a couple glancing hits, he can probably box fool around with. So that's good for Mai because her mobility is going to keep her in the air most of the time, and Iori's have the anti-air with close seat, get the counter hit, and then super to really make that count. Oh, there's the low B anti-air though. You do that, you're going to die, and that's going to do it.
And that looked like it wanted to be. Wait. Okay.
That can't be what he wanted.
Anyway. That looked like Tantan wanted a short hop there into the CD and unfortunately got a full jump. Just jumped right over Juan and got punished for it.
Come on, man. Give Antonov a knife.
Here we go. Gonna start off with the Kyo mirror match. Oh, same brain cell right there at the start, creating some space.
That's the meta, dude. Like, the Kyo pressure is so solid and so consistent that sometimes, yeah, I just want to give some space for my opponent to, like, you know, to run into the corner or run at me so I can, like, get these buttons off. Because all these buttons is great.
Oh, yeah,
jump
especially
CD,
that
one of the best
CD.
jump CDs in the game. Dude, come on.
Absolutely. Here we are trying to create a little bit of space. Again, DP is going to whiff, and that should be a massive punish. There's the EX red kick. Get big corner carry, too. That is definitely one of Kyo's strongest strengths.
Oh, man, tried to jump out of that. Guaranteed. Nice block on that overhead. Whoa, beat. What? Whoa, that's an interesting approach that Silvera was taking there.
Yeah, it isn't going to work out, though. Robert able to gain control pace of the matchup here. Nearly gets the kill with the super, and the chip on the DP is going to be enough.
So what these kills are doing, right, is they're doing something that Iori used to do last season, where they push themselves outside of range for you to swing at them, and then they go for stand CD because it reels back and then pushes them super far forward. If you stick something out, you're catching that straight hurt box with that because their hurt box is way behind their CD hitbox. So you see that approach from Silvera and from Robert earlier, where they're looking for that stand CD in the corner. That's them trying to catch you pressing a button.
Yeah, those are some of the best stand CDs in the game, right? Ones that actually do pull you back a little bit to catch those whiff punishes. And speaking of whiff punishes, there's a nice neutral jump from Robert. Might actually be the end of Yamazaki. Yes, it is.
Whatever buffs Yamazaki got, it cannot beat a great neutral jump over the close C.
No, not in any world, not in any game.
Yeah, I mean, if you got one of those close C's that's like basically an uppercut, you're fine. No one can ever neutral jump you on wake up. But there it is, man. Don't press a button. Iori used to have that last year. He ain't got it no more. Now all the kill players are doing it.
And Silvera sitting here with 5 bars, but isn't able to get the confirm. I think we need an EX there, right? Yeah, there it is.
Challenge. I like it, man. Don't just go quietly into the light. I say spend it. I say spend it.
Yes. Yeah. You do not want to give Robert a chance to come back, right? You let him live. He does one wake-up DP that you get clipped by, and the entire match could fall apart.
Oh, yeah, and he's definitely doing it in the manner of, like, he's already buffering the Orochi-Nagi, so.
Oh, there's the 2
that 3 bars. Yeah, that's going to do it. Although he did it to Lil B, so the scaling is max. Whoa, what was that reset, bro? You're crazy.
Nasty.
What are you doing?
Why? I've never seen that reset.
I don't know if he meant to do it, dude.
Hey, you know what? Silvera didn't see it coming, right? So if, if it works,
he let go of the stick. He definitely let go of the peripheral at that point. You know, he was like, yeah, Jesus take the wheel. I don't know what this guy's doing anymore.
Yeah, look, sometimes you just drop the combo when they're expecting it to finish, and that's a reset in itself.
It happens, man. Like, it's a mental guard break because you're like, okay, there's literally nothing this guy could do on, like, that would mess up me dying here unless he did it on purpose, right? And so you just mentally let go of the game and want to move on to the next one. And you saw it right there, like, homie was just not even playing after that point. He's like, just finish. He dropped it, finish it off, man. I ain't trying to play this match no more.
Yeah, moving on to this next one here, Silvera is actually going to be switching Yamazaki to point to go up against Kyo. It didn't work too well in the last game when Yamazaki was in the middle position, but let's see if it works with a little less meter.
All right, so the mirror was working out a little bit better for Silvera than last time, but if he likes this a little bit more. Oh, almost opportunity for a low B anti-air. And Yamazaki got a similar stand CD. He's got pretty good range.
Oh,
he might have
no.
wanted to stomp there. I don't know what that was.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate. There's a nice roll under, but still caught in the block. Now just trying to hop back, create a little bit of space.
Ooh, that's rough, man. Thought he had to roll across the other side. Ended up getting caught by the low B into 3D. It's cheap, man. 3D is cheap.
It is. It is so good, too. It just leads into absolutely massive damage, catches them low, very good at whiff punishing. And there's that jumping CD, and again, just creating the pressure with the two. Whoa, okay, what did we trade with there?
I think he might have thought he had a chance to, like, do like a record or something. I would have been hoping for a DP, though. But that would have been a bigger commitment, most likely. Ooh, whipped it, though, bro. You gotta, yeah, you gotta take that pressure.
Unfortunate there with the upper legs, and should die here. Yep, yeah, OTG.
You know, even though he whiffed, I still wouldn't trust the hitbox on that stand CD because I'm like, is it really gone? Because if I stick something out, I know I'm going to get hit.
But now, Tavera, it's all up to Iori here. Iori has a lot of meter, but Robert, starting off strong, goes for the reset, crosses to the other side, and goes for the overhead. Excuse me?
Classic, bro. I haven't seen that in years.
Oh, here we go. Up kicks, about to get EX.
Oh, stunned. Oh, he got stunned, yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, no, that was...
Stun with Kyo?
And you touched like 2 or 3 times.
Get you on here for a long time. And we're about to have a, you want to talk about the game. We're about
Bro,
to have
Sonic stuck with the Haohmaru? Okay. So Sonic was in the goon lobby for like weeks talking about, yo, I'm switching the Yashiro out and I'm putting in the Haohmaru. And Abe was like, I don't think you should do that, bro. Like, I think that's kind of a bad move. Like, at least like put the Ramon down and put the Haohmaru in, maybe. And he was like, nah, Ramon definitely staying in the squad. So, I mean, he's running, he's committed. I can't say nothing about that. It's working out for him, right? Because Maigo right now, fighting for her life.
Yeah, but there we go. What a challenge. Finally lets the DP reversal come out. Just trying to create some space. Look, it's Haohmaru. You just got to hit buttons, all right? He's not that good. Please.
I mean, that far C is okay, but it's got one caveat to it. But it depends on if the opponent has the balls to swing on it. Otherwise, he would just kind of stick it out like, just keep doing it. Oh, now he's
oh, the Hail Mary DP. Okay. But now K-Dash coming in, and K-Dash is definitely a very strong character, especially in this version of the game.
Yeah, he's super strong. And Sonic, one of the stronger players I've seen that run in K-Dash. Very hard to deal with him in the corner. That pressure is, I don't know if it's real, but it looked real to me.
It sure feels real. I'll say that.
It feels
when you're
real,
on the
man.
receiving
It feels
end
like
of
I
it.
can't do nothing.
And I like the patience we're seeing from Sonic as well. Is going to get clipped low, but no full confirm from Maigo.
Maigo at the same time, and losing this Chizuru there, but I like that they were keeping it mid-screen, where, yes, the K-Dash can still fight, but he doesn't get to do what we were just talking about, that scary corner pressure that may or may not be legitimate.
Yeah, absolutely. And on a dime, it can just flip to where you are the one in the corner. But now here comes Andy. We were just talking about Andy a little bit before the stream started as well. This character, definitely a lot stronger in this patch and can be a problem if you don't know how to handle him.
I definitely want to see if Maigo knows the tech, because I guarantee you Sonic will get caught by it at least once, and it's going to be huge if Maigo picks the right option when he catches him. Yeah, he's looking for it there, but he was a little too close. Ooh, he's not going to get an opportunity to use it.
Yeah, no, you are absolutely dead. And now coming in with Geese. Geese on the anchor position here. Interesting position to put Geese. You normally see him put on point in a lot of these teams, but he can definitely cook with the meter as well.
Yeah, it can probably blow up some safe jump attempts too, because unlike a DP, the counter is more about, I need you to make impact with me, so it's better if you're doing a safe jump.
Nice whip punish there from Sonic. Gonna get a lot of damage here in the corner. Hard knockdown, absolutely. Goes for the low.
The button there, can't do it, buddy. Can't do it. Gotta spin some of that meter, bro. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, but it might be too little too late now. One more touch and you're dead, and there it is with the follow-up.
I'm telling you, man, like, when you got 5 bars in the corner like that, and you're not coming up with any solutions on how to beat whatever your opponent's doing, like, it's okay to spin the bar to get out of there. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. I think even when you don't have 5 bars, if you've only got 2, and you have someone pressuring you like K-Dash, spending the bar to escape to get back to that mid-screen to fight him is definitely a smart idea.
I think it's great, especially if you pick a guard cancel roll at the right time, you actually might get a punish. So that's like where people should be looking, is like which one of these options he has in the corner is leaving him super committed to it that he has to wait a while to recover from it. At least you can take your turn back in that case.
Absolutely. Good block on the cross-up attempt there from Maigo. Again, just trying to create a little bit of space. Doesn't seem to really understand how to approach Haohmaru in neutral right here.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah. Like Sonic definitely loves that cross-up jump B. It looks like he's going to get rid of this Chizuru pretty quickly.
Yeah, just needs to secure one more touch. Sends up the fireball again, but it's going to get reflected.
Oh, no. He's kind of losing it here, man. Like, the one thing he can't do is really box with Chizuru when she's throwing out those clones.
Yeah, absolutely not. But now he does have this corner positioning. Just sticking out some normals here, trying to press. Needs that touch. Reflects the reflect.
That was brilliant. That was absolutely brilliant.
That was good. That was nice.
That was 100% by design. He was like, "Yep, you're gonna reflect this. I know you are." Oh, we had a big opportunity there for damage, but unfortunately not enough meter to turn into a max mode combo. So far, Maigo probably afraid to throw fireballs now because of that reflect, and that's hurting Andy.
Absolutely. Andy's strongest tool is his fireball game, but there is a clean jump in, able to close it out with the elbow.
Jump, dude! Like, wow! Out of the corner, no less.
Yeah, Andy has great corner carry on his, confirms that as well, right? Basically, all of them push you full screen from wherever they start.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go now, able to throw out.
Yeah, he's going to throw him out now. He's probably not going to be able to snuff out the second shots from K-Dash, but he at least gets to throw a fireball in the corner, get out of there, move. Yeah, you definitely got to, when you get those like counter hit or that are guard cancel CDs, you got to get out of the corner immediately.
And we're able to escape with the DP, but you have to take the opportunity. Unfortunately, hesitates just a little bit there, and Sonic capitalizes, taking out Andy.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about there. Like, if you stay in the corner like that, especially a player like Sonichackedyou, he's just going to start throwing out stuff that you will not be able to get around if you think about jumping, right? And there's no sweat off his back, because he's like, whatever, you're not punishing me for whiffing second shot. So I'm going to keep doing it anyway. Might even EX it to spin, like, you know, make sure that I can catch you in enough time. Maigo right now is just playing too passively.
Oh, but yeah, there we go. Able to catch the roll with the throw. Maigo finally able to fight the way back to mid-screen. Goes for the max mode confirm. Into the climax, okay.
I like the damage. He's going to get the pickup. Didn't have any meter for that, though.
Just so close now, just walking all the way back here. You have to be very careful about the approach. Tries to go for the low again this time.
I like the attempt. Oh, no, with plenty.
Just got to get through K-Dash.
Time is ticking down, and I think that's going to be it.
Oh, catches. Looked like they tried to roll there. The reversal roll got caught in the recovery frames by the fireball, and Sonichackedyou going to take it 2-0.
Got to go with a winning horse. I mean, I think Benimaru was really good in this game, but he's not where people wanted him.
Yeah,
know?
Absolutely. Oh, give him one more patch. That's what people said about Iori.
I don't know, man. The people that want top tier Benny back are like, I don't trust him. I don't trust anything they say.
Oh, but there's a nice jumping CD. Newtype having a hard time escaping from the corner, but one roll could change the pace of this matchup. Just needs to capitalize on this situation. And there it is.
That could have been tremendous, and it's still a good position for Newtype right now, holding on to the corner, and Yurikov might have to depend on a guard cancel roll. Ooh, jump CD is also good.
I like the spacing here, too, from Yurikov being patient, runs right in, scores the 2B, and is able to get rid of Benimaru.
I respect the use of that meter. I say when you got the opportunity, get the opponent's character out of there. That meter's going to come back to you later anyway.
Absolutely. Finish your food, right?
Mm-hmm, every time. Unless you have like gangbusters set up after a DP, I don't know. Wow! This guy.
Letting it rip there. Immediately goes into the 2C as well.
Oh, he got caught by the frame trap there. Can't press a button in between that string against Kukri. What was that low A, man?
That was from the tip as well, getting massive
damage. It hit twice too,
damage
bro. Like, it hit twice.
That's all right. Newtype is able to get rid of Krohnen here and now has to deal with Yuri. Yuri's such a slippery character and just has explosive damage. I always underestimate the amount of damage that this character can put out.
If she touches you, she's probably doing like 40.
Yeah, here we go. We're about to find out. Oh, actually, goes for the reset instead.
That was... So I've seen people attempt that in ranked before, but it's never worked. So I'm wondering if there's a version of that that's supposed to hit high?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, because like
yeah,
I'm always like,
sure
I'm just gonna block low. Whatever you're trying to do, it's not happening.
Oh,
that's Dan CD, bro.
Gets the full confirm off of it, charging up the fireball. And this feels like a little bit of a difficult matchup too, just because of how slippery Yuri can be. Krohnen really has to lock her down, and Neutronix coming through with a resub as Yurikov escapes from the corner here and puts out another reset.
So here's the thing, though, man. Like, you're talking about a character that's still got a pretty good DP, probably still one of the best DPs games in the game so far. But Yuri's jumps are like designed to cross you up. I don't know if it's ever supposed to hit in the front. So when you can do that, and he lost his backside hitbox on his heat shell, that's rough, man.
Yeah, for sure. But Yurikov is able to take game number 1 here pretty decisively with Yuri. The moment that she came in, she dominated the pace of the entire game.
That's what she does, man. This freaking trash bag gorilla.
See, when you look at her, you don't think like, oh, this character is a gorilla. But once you fight against her, you're like, oh, hold on, this character is a gorilla.
I've got a lot of trauma, so I can't help but see that whenever I look at her, man. I think about back in KOF 13 days where people didn't know about the dive kick, and they found out too late.
Here we go, starting things off with the exact same order of teams.
Benimaru was doing the work last time. I still like where Benimaru is at right now. I think he's really strong, just not overwhelmingly so.
Yeah, for sure. He definitely has being able to combo off of supers is a really big thing.
Yeah,
for him,
no,
right? That's kind of unique. Right? Not too many characters have that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm liking the spacing between Newtype is doing here. No reason to. What was that?
Newtype didn't even believe that was gonna cross. He was like, okay, just jumping again. Hold on.
Oh my God! Had a big cross up there. Didn't believe it would ever hit, and now he's in the corner. And great presence from Yurikov to capitalize on that, but still gonna lose to Krohnen.
Yeah, Newtype definitely starting off much stronger with a foot forward here in this match. But has to get through this Yuri, and this Yuri is what proved to be the biggest issue last game.
But I think the Benny's in the better position to be fighting her now. Has like, wow. That's why it's scary throwing buttons out against her, man. Because how some people just run in this game, she gets to do that in the air.
Yeah. You know? She's moonwalking.
She's basically moonwalking. She's like, my jump speed is so high that I'm whip punishing off a full jump instead of just running up on you and hitting you.
But if any character can lock her down and catch her, I think Kukri definitely is one, because he can be pretty slippery in his own right. But all right, that's what you want to see. The guard cancel, pushing Yurikov back into the corner. Very smart decision making.
And there's those close C's again, man.
Oh, tries to catch the guard cancel, but of course it does have those invincibility frames, and is gonna run right into a neutral jump.
Dude, that was so big for Yurikov right now, but he's still not able to hold on to the pressure in the corner. And I'm still trying to figure out what that EX dive kick is supposed to lead to.
Yeah, spending meter for not a lot. Well, at least we haven't seen him get a lot off of it yet, right?
It's holding pressure, so maybe if it's just doing that, that's fine. But if it had a high variation to it, maybe that could be scary.
So there we go, able to short hop over the fireballs there, gets the punish, and Newtype is down to his final character. Set point for Yurikov.
All right, 3 bars, 3.5 bars for the Krohnen. Newtype not out of this yet. What?
He didn't even touch him.
Yo, Jesus, dude.
Okay, we're able to get the throw there. Pressure here in the corner. Newtype has to keep this consistent. Do not allow Yurikov to escape, but the DP straight into super, committing to it.
I love it. Wow. This little, oh my God.
It's what you were talking about earlier, Hell
That's
Pockets.
cold-blooded, man.
He is designed to cross you up and force those DPs to whip.
Yeah, you can't do nothing. You can't anti-air because she's like, I'm outside of your hitbox. I don't think they skill the damage on his command grab, so like he just gets to hurt you afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a Gato in here. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
I was saying earlier that Gato, I think, still has his place in competition. The down C got hurt a little bit in the update, but I still think it's down C, so probably still worth using that almost as much as you did before. The jump D is still good. The jump B is still good. Not being able to get like palms off certain like ground strings is kind of weird. I don't know, but he can still fight. He can still box.
Yeah, exactly. He is definitely that boxer style character. You want to be up close in fighter style, and that is exactly what Luisillo is doing right now. And Tavera has really just kind of been hanging back, throwing out a lot of air normals here, building up meter, and
I guess the problem with Angel is like she looks like she can swing on you, but she's really just like, I'm trying to just put you in the mix setup every time. There is no boxing here. Like I'm trying to put you in the mix. It might look like I'm swinging on you with some decent buttons, but that's not what's happening.
Yeah, so, no, not at all.
Yeah, like Robert is more likely to box with Gato than Angel is, in my opinion.
Yeah, Angel just wants that straight hit so she can start running that mix-up game. But Robert here trying to play the fireball game, doing a lot of jumping CD as well. There's the dive kick.
Ooh, meaty close D. What is this? Going for the Shadow Strike restand?
Okay, a little bit of sauce in this combo here. Still going.
Oh, this is a pretty good damage for Robert. God dang!
Wow, it just doesn't stop. Pop the collar too. Pops back into another dive kick. That was a pretty sick confirm.
Yeah, no, he made the most out of it too. I wonder if the Shadow Strike was just to let himself catch some breath because he was like, hey, this is what's supposed to happen like this. We got to reset mentally.
And now chip damage is going to be a factor, but doesn't need it. Is able to catch him on the way down there.
Only problem I wonder though is because that was still the point Gato. So he's coming in fighting the secondary Yashiro, used up all those resources, and the Yashiro coming in with almost 3.5 bars. And for sure, the Robert does not want to get close.
Yeah, and you gotta be careful with those dive kicks as well. There's the CD. Time to be taken for a ride.
Yeah. With all this damage.
Yeah, and just looping into this Oki, right, for that 1 bar is such a solid tool for Yashiro.
Yeah. He's such a great character, honestly. I don't know where he stands in relation to standard Yashiro still. I haven't seen a lot of people discuss that much, but playing against him, man, I'm just like, whoa, what a nightmare, dude. Great down C, great close C, great far C.
Yep.
And he's got grapples. He's got anti-fireball stuff. He's got a nice little gimmick.
Yeah, good night, Robert. Doesn't even have to spend the meter either. So coming into Andy with 4 full bars here. Luisillo. This is going to be scary.
So 2.5 bars for the Andy is... I mean, it's Andy. He's going to throw fireballs, but you can't really throw him that close against Yashiro. He's got that EX run tackle that's going to ruin your day.
Oh, but here we go. Scores a knockdown. Doesn't really do too much with it, though. Lets the pressure off just a little bit.
You stand CD, bro.
All right, level 1.
So much meter.
Are we going to go into the climax, or are we just going to go for a reset here? Or a mix-up, I should say. Yeah, climax it is.
I like the climax here because he's still got a character in the back. If it doesn't kill, it's like 1 touch. Yeah, he's good.
And you're so healthy here, too, that the clock is definitely going to run down a lot. So there's not too much of a threat of Andy getting a lot of health back either.
Yeah, he can really just stand here and block for the rest of the time if he wants to and probably still win their whole match. But he's going to go in, and I don't see Tavera looking super happy about it. You know, like he doesn't seem to have any game plan on how to open up this Yashiro, but it's happening right now, possibly. Nice blocking the cross up.
Yeah, he's been landing these stray 2Ds, but really hasn't gotten too much momentum off of it. And finally, Luisillo is able to close out game number 1.
That was just like a rough situation, right? Because like you're down that much health. There's still a decent amount of time left on the clock, but if you run right in, you know the opponent is waiting for that. Because like,
yeah, absolutely.
That's why they hang back, right?
There is no reason to overextend. And then when you're a character like Andy who wants to sit back and throw out those fireballs and you're forced to go in to stay alive, it's like, well,
what do I do, bro?
Yeah, this is about to be difficult.
Stuff he can do. This is stuff he can do, but it's like it's a big bet. It's like it's one of those it's got to work time situations.
Yeah, absolutely. But here we go back to character select. Curious if we're actually going to change characters or if it's just for a breather. And it is. Chizuru is coming in instead of Andy. Okay. I actually do like this change.
If she is going on anchor, yeah, I can see why that would be better in that situation because she gets to advance a little bit more than Andy does.
Exactly.
Round 1. Ready?
But we still have to go with Robert versus Gato, starting things off again. Or no, we actually got the swap too. We lost Angel, instead we put in Rock. Okay.
Yeah, oh wow.
Yeah, wait, hold up.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute. Who switched to? Did somebody switch?
Both of them switch characters.
Are you allowed to do that here?
I think so. You can switch order, but well, we'll have to let the TOs handle that one. But in the meantime, here,
got an exhibition on our hands here, guys.
Yeah, and another Gato too on Tavera's side.
You can see how we got mixed by this, right? Like,
yes, yes. All right, here we go, hopping back. Oh, Luisillo didn't change.
Didn't
okay,
switch. We just didn't see his anchor, I think is what it is. For a second, I thought like Luisillo was on the right side, and he was like, wait, what?
Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good, we're good. All right, O.Yashiro coming in now here on the right side.
O.Yashiro right now with easy. Wow, there it is.
Yep.
And Tavera really held on to a lot of resources there. I like that. We saw in the last match that he spent a ton of resources on a point character, won the round eventually, but then was spending the rest of the match kind of building it back.
Yeah, for sure. But now you have Gato here who can get the opportunity to cash it out, but still brawling against Yashiro is going to be really difficult. And look at that restand combo there with the Shatter Strike.
Yep, and I think that's max scaling on the damage because of the Shatter Strike, and still does a decent amount there.
Oh, tries to go for the low, but gives up the corner positioning. Unfortunate.
Tavera trying to find a way to utilize these 4 bars that he's holding on to here. Ooh.
Yeah, trying to approach very slowly as well, incredibly patient. Doesn't want to overextend against O.Yashiro because at this point, even with the amount of health he has, he's in a one-touch death range.
Yeah, but I think he gets like one good little D and he's ready for it. There it is, gets the meaty close D instead. In the corner too, you talk about happy birthday, man. That's quite a present.
Yeah, make sure this kills. Let's see.
No, I think we got him.
Absolutely. That was good. Conserving that extra bar too as well. You know, it definitely could have been I could have seen him gone for the climax as well, but instead going for the level 2, being able to get the kill and securing the bar here for Chizuru is a really good start.
All right, and now this is the first time we're seeing this Chizuru, and like, yeah, the pressure is still real, man. Like, that bar D is still a menace. The down D is crazy. The down C is crazy. The jump CD's pretty good.
There's the overhead. Yeah, she's got it all.
Good, man. She's still pretty good. Like, I've always thought she's in the conversation with a lot of top characters. And we see right now, Luisillo is absolutely maximizing her entire tool set.
Yeah, for sure here. And especially, too, if you're not too familiar with her matchup, the clones could throw you off as well, right? You see a lot of people just swinging at ghosts and then getting whiff punished.
Yeah, totally.
They think she's following up.
Like they're used to, I think there's a tell, but like in the heat of battle, like you're really gonna be paying attention to certain things. You're basically just like going for what looks like a sure thing. Oh, nice
I love the spacing.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Damage off of that, though. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that was a really weird way to hit, and unfortunately he's going to lose a lot of momentum from that as well. Luisillo capitalizing here, going to seal your special moves, no wake-up DP for you.
This is rough, man. He's got a good, he's still got decent buttons here, gets the guard cancel blowback, but yeah, man, she gets around those, bro.
Oh, but is going to run right into the throne. Luisillo is going to take it 2-0 over Tavera first force. A bit of a false prophet, right? People definitely expected way more from him out of this season, but
people were talking a lot. Yeah, people were talking a lot, and I'm like, I'm ready to see it, you know? Oof, big crossover.
And this is a different type of Angel that we're seeing here from Jack. Able to score 50% of the health, goes to the same side mix.
You see Jack right now. Ooh, nice anti-air sweep. Okay. And this Haohmaru cannot get anything started right now. Mr. Ingolf going in.
But we try to go for the air-to-air situation. Just gets hit by the big punch there. And Angel should be getting all of her health back.
Oh, yeah, she's going to be at 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Man, Sonic, dude. He's got to do all this with the 2-bar K-dash. He wasn't even able to catch her once.
Oh, here we go. Gets the leg breaker.
Oh, that's a bad trade, unfortunately. He doesn't get K-dash, don't get nothing off of that. He gets the second shot there.
Yeah, he's going to get the corner positioning here off of one more block string. There it is. Oh, but
runs right at him, dude.
Jack is not afraid at all. Able to swap sides, putting Sonic into the corner, forcing him to guard cancel to escape. That's 1 bar down.
Ooh, that was a nice guard cancel there from Mr. Jack Ingolf. But unfortunately, nobody home on Sonic's side. And Sonic's going to get the corner because of that. Meaty Iron Trigger. Not at all phased, bro.
But what a roll, though. Sonic actually able to narrowly avoid Angel and takes her down as well. Very nice.
Woo.
And now Rio coming in with nearly 2 bars. We're going to see a lot of parrying on these fireballs here for sure to build up some extra meter.
Oh, yeah, he's going to take it easy here, man. He doesn't really have to do a ton here. Sonic cannot harass with fireballs from full screen because of the 4D.
Oh, no. Jack actually just wants to go in.
I mean, if you're going to give him the opening like that, why not?
Absolutely. And now Sonic down to the anchor character here. It is Ramon time. So let's see what Ramon is going to be able to do against Rio here.
Uphill battle to say the least. But at least he has the mobility on his side. Ramon definitely able to escape a lot of what I would imagine Rio wants to throw out at him. Because Rio's just super honest that way. He's just got big-ish buttons.
We are able to catch that roll, though, with the 2A. Going straight into the EX DDT. Gets the flip. And he is just running wild here. Tries to catch the guard cancel after recovery.
Nice block!
Oh, but no punishes. And there we go. Just lets the elbow rip. Able to take down Rio.
So Jack actually has something that I think is going to drive Sonic mad. And that's probably just like abundance of patience here. At the end there, he kind of let it go. But you saw he was willing to block everything up until that point.
But now here comes Elizabeth. Like you said, she's not as common as she used to be, but still has some of the best anti-air potential in the entire game. What the hell?
So that's like a reversal that Ramon gets now that's like, it can escape certain like, it can escape safe jumps, I guess. And it does a hit now also. So if you don't know about it, yeah, you're going to get tagged.
Yeah, and there we go. Trips him, mixing him up and tripping him.
Dude, so like I knew that was coming eventually because I was like, okay, Sonic's letting himself get pressured in the corner. He's always waiting for somebody to give him an opportunity to show this off with Ramon, and there it was.
Yeah, going up 1 and a pretty solid set there as well. Of course, he was pushed all the way down to Ramon there, but once Ramon came out, he just ran wild with the entire set, able to maintain that momentum from start to finish.
That might be something where Jack is just not super comfortable with the Ramon matchup in any case because, once again, there's just not a ton of Ramones out there.
Now we are back to Haohmaru versus Angel. Happy to see that Sonichackedyou is sticking with the Haohmaru. There's the jump over, cross up with the elbow, and now you are back into the corner. This is a dangerous place to be.
Going to the right back for the reset. No, going for the hard knockdown. Ooh, can't block forever. He backed off it though. That would have been big.
Yeah, and blocking Angel in the corner too is so strange because of that Unchained series, right? Just having to predict what's going to come next. But here we go. We just run all the way out, about to get sent right back in.
She didn't have meter to finish it off, I believe, but she's still going to get a hard knockdown there. One more touch is going to do it. And you see, yeah, Sonic is just like, give me a chance to use DP because I will super. Oh, we pressed the button there.
Yeah, we are going to catch them. And now we're going straight into the middle character once again. K-Dash, arguably the strongest character on Sonic's team here. Definitely gonna have to put in some work and get rid of this on Hell. Starting off strong, going all the way to the corner, gets the jump in.
Definitely the biggest damage potential on the team right now. Spent only like, I think 1 bar entirely there, maybe?
Yeah, I think that's the big thing too when it comes to the damage potential. It's not just the amount of damage he puts out, but damage per meter spent is a huge thing for K-Dash.
Right, I think he still requires a decent amount of meter to get that, but I remember last season he needed all the meter to do anything.
Yeah, absolutely. He is looking much better now. There we go, throwing out that far C. It is not your turn yet.
All right, now Jack with the corner.
Oh, the way this pressure is structured, how he is running right into it, but there we go, slides right through the fireball.
So I was saying, like, you know, he was showing a lot of windows there, and I didn't want to say, like, oh, Jack's definitely got Sonic cornered. And I knew if he showed him too many windows like that, the EX minute spike was going to shut it down.
Yeah, you can only do something like that just a couple of times before the opponent is able to react, and now we are down to Elizabeth for Jack.
Oh, man, no activation there either. Probably because he thinks he can save that 3 bars for the next character. But I say you get a 4D like that, you got to let it rock. You got to let it rip, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely, especially in this position here, trying to play a little bit of a zoning game. There's the jump in, tries to go low, not going to work out. Recognizes that, so creates some more space. But this in and out game is not working.
Well, once again, you see that Sonic is just throwing out those second shells. Like, I just want to see what you're going to do. It's just going to be out there. And if you run into it, it's going to be your fault.
Oh, cross up doesn't connect. That is really unfortunate there. Just unfortunate spacing. Tries to go for the reflect, but Sonic is ready for it.
Yeah, he's just throwing it out right now. I dare you to jump. He's going to be doing that, man. He's the one to spend meter on it, too.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, he still has Ramon left, right?
Nice pick. No way!
All right, but the trade is going to be in Jack's favor. Unfortunately, Elizabeth is hurt here, and Ramon is
hemorrhaging money right now. Hemorrhaging meter is... Wow, this guy!
EX drop kick. All right, I take it back. He's not patient at all.
No, Sonic is definitely not patient. He wants to end this now. And I don't blame him necessarily, especially when she can do stuff like that. Okay, nice. Actually, could have finished it there. Gotta be careful. Won't have bar.
Kicking off the wall. I like that, but needs to be careful.
Jack is aware of that reversal option for Ramon now. Oh.
And there it is. Just run up, hit him with the elbow, and Sonichackedyou is going to move on to top 8 winner side.
I want the channel points, so I'm putting them on Tamago right now. The first man in KOF 15 history with a target on his back last year.
Yeah, putting in so much work. Just a great run of tournaments here. And starting off with a lot of work here in this match as well, putting Robert into the corner. Woo!
And he continues, both of them continuing to run rock on point.
Yeah, still believers here, but look at that guard gauge too. Robert was cranking it.
I'm going to tell you right now, whatever they said they did to drop, jump, blowback, it didn't work.
No, it's still one of the best in the game.
It's still absolutely a nuisance.
There we go, gets the throw. Jumps right in, stagger pressure with the 2A, but he staggers it a little too much.
Oh, he just let him get those buttons out. I guess he was afraid of possibly getting wake up throw, and now he lost all his pressure. Go for the reset, left to right, nothing happening. Wrong 6A, bro.
Why not? Just do it.
Dude, that is tremendous.
Luisillo. That's how you say it? Luisillo? Okay, thank you. All right. Here we go, walking backwards, trying to create some space. There's the EX parry. A little bit of scaling on that, though, so not too much damage, but this corner position is invaluable.
Yeah, like that. You do get a lot of scale, or you do get scaling on that EX crack counter, but at the same time, it's like the loss of momentum is huge on the opponent's side. That's really what you're winning there.
Oh, and there's the 2C also preventing the jump out.
Yeah, man, Rock can do a little bit of everything in that position. Mid-screen, it's still kind of dicey, but luckily, what was that, though? That was a whiff, jump command cross up into low B.
And able to take it, though.
That is something that, you know, it's not new. There's a lot of Ioris be doing that, but it's not a very common, you don't see it very used commonly here. Sorry, I'm mixed up by that because I'm like, did I see that correctly? I almost never see it go there.
It's a good time to pull out, though, right? When it's not the obvious option.
It's definitely one of those things like, you didn't think I'd do it, did you?
Oh, but here we go, just answering back there with the Rekka. CD is going to catch the roll, and you are right in the corner.
Had to do that. It wasn't really any opportunity to get out otherwise. Tamago with a pretty healthy B.Jenet in the secondary here.
Yeah, the Robert is trying to change that here. They save side. Tamago was definitely expecting a cross-up. Gets clipped high, too. And there goes B.Jenet down to Krohnen.
Can't blame him, man. Like, that is definitely weird mix, man. Like, that is something like, you know, because like most Ioris will go for that. Most Ioris will go for the command cross up off of almost every hit knockdown like that. And if they go for a front side attack, it's going to be super obvious.
Yeah, for sure.
So might not get
too much more of Iori here. Tamago, there we go, jumping CD. You know what I'm talking about, jumping CDs that don't look like they should be as good but are?
Oh man, that thing's just like, that's just classically good now, man. Like,
it looks like non-opposing though, but it hits so much further.
Super active, got a great hitbox on it, and it'll probably never change because they didn't touch it.
No, they barely touch Krohnen as well. Once he gets in the corner, he's back to Season 1.
I'm telling you, dude, like, there's so many things about this character that are still really good, and why I think he's probably still at the top, man. Most likely, it's going to be his neutral, man. The 6A, the 5C, the jump CD. Down C got nerfed, but it's still okay.
Absolutely. Here we go, just trying to hop back, create a little bit of space, but oh no, that was really unfortunate. This is big now for Tamago. Gonna go ahead and pull out the gun. Has the corner positioning, watch out. Troll, yeah, trying to pick out the DP there.
All right, so he gave up his last EX there. Hey, air-to-air jump D.
And able to close out game number 1. Very solid. That was close, too, and that's what you're going to see as we get through these top 8 qualifiers, and as we get into top 8, these matches are going to get even closer and closer as this tournament goes on.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go, order select. I'm curious what it's going to be here. Rock. Oh.
We're keeping the same order, I think. Possibly just getting some oxygen back in their lungs real quick because even if you win a match like that, there's a lot that it takes out of you physically.
Yeah,
that you would definitely appreciate the breather.
Especially in a game like KOF, this game is kind of an endurance test, right? These matches can go on for a long time, too.
Yeah, it can. And then sometimes you're totally feeling it afterwards. You're like, okay, that lasted a while, but I'm like enjoying the fact that I won, and I think I can do it again. And then, you know, you don't go for the breather. You go for the immediate rematch.
Yeah, and Tamago not letting Robert breathe at all, just taking down Rock in that mirror match, and now it is time for Iori to put in a lot more legwork here to keep this match safe.
Talk about some immediate, like, adjustment there. Jeez.
He said the first game was data, and there we go. That is a big trade with the CD.
Sometimes it be like that, man. Like, a lot of KOF players do have their data gathering rounds.
Oh, okay. Doesn't go for anything after jumping. Instead, just goes for the throw.
And everybody's looking for a DP reversal there. EX Scumgale. Spending all the meter on this.
Slides on in, creates a little bit of space. Look at that, trying to buffer in the DP, but still actually doesn't get it.
Man, he just soared out of there with the jump CD.
Oh, but there we go. Nice anti-air. You saw he was just waiting for it too. He said it's only a matter of time until you jump.
Yeah, Robert was smart. He was like, okay, there's only a few things you can do in a situation that are that aren't not necessarily scary, but the only things that you can do that are smart, and jumping is one of them. So, oof, you can punish that. You gotta go for that sometimes. I want to see people mash on those Rekkas sometimes, you know, because it's like even if he delays it, you're probably at worst you're gonna trade.
Yeah, exactly, and you don't want to let him just get away with it for free, or else you end up in this situation. But Tamago able to score the throw. He's just willing to press. Robert's just pressing close C.
Yeah, man. It's a good button, bro. Can't jump over it. Wow. We missed it down C. And what happened there?
And Robert was ready to go for the hop in as well for the optimal punish.
Oh, man. Tamago with a complete tragedy there. I think that was a level 2 also.
Yeah, just really
a lot of meter on that.
maximum damage.
All right, well, 4 bars with Krohnen, not well. I was gonna say it wasn't impossible, but he is getting cooked right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about Iori. He doesn't even need the meter to work as well.
Dog, like, the only thing was throw a fireball, man.
And that's it, Robert. Gonna take it 2-0 over Tamago.
And B.Jenet, so the Yuri's gone now. Now we're seeing the main thing.
Yeah, so he definitely swaps them out depending on the matchup here. Oh, there's the toss. And this is how the snowball starts rolling. 2 command grabs right to bat. I'm calling it.
And you saw him jump in the corner there because he's like, dude, like, I'd rather just get anti-air than, like, take the grab. The grab is going to just put me back in the same situation I just got out of.
Oh, no.
Now it's scary because, like, if he gets anti-air, he might take, like, kill damage.
Yeah, needs to be very careful here. I mean, jumping is scary, too, because just that JA, if the JA counter hits, he is going to land and go for EX tackle, like, frame 1.
That's what's so strong about this character is, like, you know, you have escape routes, but he has options against those escape routes, too. And he can wait and see. He can play wait and see. And if the reactions are good enough.
Great range, too, right? Just outside of the hyper hop range to make sure that Yurikov is not able to escape. But hitting with the tip of the DP, tables have turned.
Okay, he's in the corner now. ShadowX holding it steady, though. Taking the throw. I think he's like, I'd rather take the throw than an empty little B. And we're running down to 18 seconds, and he's totally fine with that.
Yep, there we go. EX tackle goes for the rolling death cradle. Just enough to close out the round.
Okay, man. ShadowX, that came down pretty close. Not going to get a lot of life back from that, but still above 50%. So, still anyone's round here.
Solid defense here from ShadowX is what I would say, but gets opened up by the cross-up.
Oh, man. I didn't realize how much resources Yurikov had spent in the previous round. He only came in with like 1.5 bars for B.Jenet. And eating an EX sab in the corner, that is huge.
Oh, but there's that close C anti-air immediate guard cancel. Once the lockdown in the corner, Yurikov answers back, needs to escape.
Nice down C there. She's got a great down C like you saw right there. Just kind of checks people from stepping forward. But yeah. Yeah, man, I think the damage is done because he still doesn't have 1 bar. The KS is coming in with almost 1.5 bars. And this is ShadowX's KS. He's going to have to, Yurikov is going to have to slow this down, I think.
Yeah, absolutely, because the way that ShadowX loves to play K-Dash is he goes in all the time.
That is absolutely true. And I think Yurikov is doing a great job of checking that right now. ShadowX not too eager. But then again, it only takes 1 touch.
Exactly. Oh, a little too high, though, to actually get the confirm on that, unfortunately. Is going to block the EX legs and actually challenges, too, with the far C. You don't normally see people challenge too often off of the EX legs, right? Nah,
I mean, he knows. I mean, he might have labbed that, too. That's good information. Somebody clipped that. This is how you deal with that. Okay, so here comes Luong with a great Shatter Strike. On top of having a great Shatter Strike, he's got a great stand blowback, probably one of the best in the game. You see Yurikov there whiff canceling it into the Geki.
Oh,
gets guard broken because he did not want to spin the meter, though.
Yeah, but
ShadowX wasn't ready for it. Yeah, dude, yeah, you got to be ready for those. As a Terry player, you got to be ready for the guard breaks. Design some guard break strings. I miss Terry, too, man. Still play him, but...
There's the B. He's actually not bad either, but right now, here we go. Sending out the fireballs, trying to keep some more pressure on.
ShadowX still feeling like he's in control here. About to break this guard again. What a pickup! Let's go. One more bar finish. Oh, no, what are you doing?
Oh, and the Shatter Strike. He got a little too hesitant there, and Yurikov snaps back, able to get rid of K-Dash, sending ShadowX down to his anchor.
All right, that was 27 seconds left on the clock. Not a lot coming back for Yurikov, but she can swing that stand CD around. Yeah. And I think that might destroy the ground. I was going to say that destroys the ground approach for Iori, but he still got that big jump cross up.
Yep, and that is going to be game number 1 for ShadowX. It did go down to the anchors here, so I'm curious what Yurikov is going to do. Are we going to go back to the drawing board here, possibly change characters or order? Because Meita-kun did not do the work that you normally see from Yurikov.
So I wonder, though, if he's going to change order. No, we're going right back into the rematch. Maybe that was something that he was looking for, an instance that he was preferred for Maton against Clark, and maybe he found it.
Yeah, we're going to have to see now. Didn't get too much of a chance to play that zoning game. Tries to go for the air fireball right off the bat.
And it's funny because, like, if you want to play Meita-kun, you have to be willing to commit to that zoning game. Trying to get up close, especially with a grappler like that, I feel is kind of scary.
Oh, it absolutely is. No one wants to brawl with Clark at all, especially Meita-kun.
I'm definitely hanging back throwing fireballs in this situation, and I can see most people doing that as well. And I think Yurikov is probably going to do this until the clock starts looking like it's in his favor to get a little creative. And right now it's at 34 seconds, so that's almost coming.
Very nice CD as well. Gets the confirm off of it. Empty jump into throw.
I like this. I like the way that Yurikov is playing the clock.
And that was a very solid round, solid fundamental round there from Yurikov. Just playing a perfect zoning game and then snapping when the time was right.
Yeah, that was something that I think ShadowX was aware too. He was like, okay, I'm at the life deficit, and we're down below 40. I'm not getting a lot back from here, but maybe I can catch him being kind of lackadaisical. And Yurikov thinking the same thing.
Now Yurikov starting off really strong against ShadowX's K-Dash as well.
I love go in this case, yeah.
The CD whiff cancels are very nice. Great jump in. I feel like this matchup is maybe even more so in Meita-kun's favor than the Clark ones.
I think, at least for Yurikov, from his perspective, he feels better about it.
Yeah, and there we go. Gets the confirm again. Not enough to kill, even with the OTG. Oh, and is able to bait up the DP. Very nice.
All right, looking at staring down the barrel of a Meita-kun OCV to come back from a loss to ShadowX. Could be 1-1 starting here. ShadowX with a lot of work to do, but 4.5 bars.
Doesn't look like you're going to spend too much, though. Only went for the level 1 fireworks. Wants to hold on to that meter here. Just needs that one extra touch. But there we go. The dash punch to escape from the corner. And here we are back at mid-screen.
Yeah, I don't know if he wants to be in this position right now. Meita-kun and mid-screen are pushing you into the corner with that great stand blowback that he has right there. Is never a good position to be in.
Oh, there we go. EXP.
He's giving all that meter right back to you, buddy. Ooh, threat level orange in effect. 5 bars. Got to do it now.
Great throw reaction there from ShadowX. Tries to go for another throw, but Yurikov is ready for it.
Oh, my God. Is he going to get meter here? No, he's not. But still at the same time, ShadowX in a lot of trouble here. Can't take any more of this.
There's the guard cancel. Finally was waiting for that to come out.
And I like his willingness to fight back here. He can, I mean, it is what it is on the screen right now. I'm not going to lie. It's looking pretty bad for ShadowX. But I like that he was willing to spend the meter to hold on to the anchor there and try to make something out of it.
Yeah, and
really, he's in a situation where he really needs one touch to get rid of the B.Jenet.
Yeah, absolutely. Ooh, and actually mashing out on the throw there. Bad jump in there from Yurikov. ShadowX still able to stay alive, but you cannot be taking more of these hits.
Yeah, and ShadowX is like super lucky that she doesn't have 2 bars. Actually, that could have been it right there. There we go.
Yeah, so there we go. 1-1. We are going to a game 3.
I think that if Yurikov plays it like that again, ShadowX might be overwhelmed.
Yeah,
because one thing about the zoning game and like how slow it goes is that you get opportunities, you get plenty of time to adjust to it as the opponent. I don't know if Clark can adjust to that by nature.
Yeah, I think I mean, if anyone can do it, ShadowX can, right? We've seen it
I mean,
before.
like,
We've seen
I
it
would put
happen
money
before.
on him to do it. Yes.
But it definitely is going to be a little bit more difficult, right? Especially if Yurikov is able to control the pace. You know, slowing it down is not good for Clark. Clark wants those scrambles. He wants the momentum to start swinging.
Yeah, and if he has to press the situation, it's not terrible for him. It's just if the opponent already knows he doesn't want to get grabbed and he's hanging back and has good fireballs to keep you out, you're probably not getting you're not getting the backbreaker, most likely.
Yeah. And you can see already having trouble finding his way in.
Yeah.
Even that
We'll
trade.
take that trade all day,
favor.
baby. Ooh, that was outside of the sweep.
Oh, but jumps right into the flash kick.
Do it, man. It's at this point that you can like see the steam coming out of your opponent's ears, and you just go in.
Yeah, you just have to frustrate him, and there we go. Able to secure the low. Not quite dead. What a neutral jump, but we get a suplex.
All right, this is definitely Yurikov's round to lose. He just needs to chip him out. There we go.
Hey, man, you want to talk about chip. Maiden-kun, the threat of chip from any range with that dash punch or with the fireballs is so big. Now, K-Dash coming in. Let's see if K-Dash can even up the playing field a little bit. Maiden-kun did so much work last game. Okay, stopping short with the fireball. I like that, preventing the dash punches.
Oh, caught him with the bazooka knee. And you see right now, ShadowX is a little hesitant also. He's like, hey, I'm getting damage here, but I feel like at any moment it could all just go horribly wrong. He might be kind of shook.
Yeah, especially because he's been getting hit by all of Yurikov's flash kicks, too. So it definitely makes you hesitant about putting on that pressure. But there's a beautiful guard cancel into a roll.
I feel like if he gets past his Maiden-kun with the K-Dash, he's going to feel a ton better.
Yeah, I mean, look how patient he's being. Yurikov is doing nothing, and he's just sitting there. He's like, I don't know what to do.
And I'll say right now, even if ShadowX wins this round, the fact that it went below 30 seconds, he lost it.
Yep. Because now he has a big step behind B.Jenet, who was coming in.
And B.Jenet can be like, I got almost 2 bars. If I get one low B, you're done. Ooh, we spent it on the Harrier? Yurikov right now in a great position to win this like a villain, as they used to say.
But ShadowX has a lot of meter, just needs to find that one clean hit, and there it is with the jump in. How much are we willing to spend?
Oh, man, that is
All
tremendous
of it.
for ShadowX right now. Oh, no. Oh,
Yeah.
no. He's going to dump all of it. This is personal for me.
Needed to secure that lead. That was such a key combo to this set right now. That might be the way that this game swings into ShadowX's favor to win now.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, man. He definitely hit him with that. This S means something to me, man.
Now dealing with Luong. ShadowX. There it is. The guard cancel coming through. Yurikov has a lot of meter to work with here to make something happen.
Yeah, he can get rid of this K-Dash with one good touch. It's not going to be it, but one more touch after this is probably going to do it. Or maybe he's going to go for a reset. Oh, he can spend all of it. All right. All right.
Answering back, right? Says, I can do that too.
Hey, this also means something to me.
And here we are. Final game, final round.
Man. Now, I was saying the last time these two met that the stand blowback from Luong is probably going to ruin a lot of what Iori wants to do on the ground, but he caught him with that big jump cross-up. So I expect Yurikov not to just hand it to him this time. Yeah, you see right now he's not even really utilizing the stand blowback that much, and jumped over a little bit too much there. A lot of throws happening.
After those 2 cross-ups, ShadowX has been consistently just rolling out of the way of the reset here. I wonder if Yurikov is going to have an answer to that, or if he's going to get the opportunity to.
He blocked that little beat and he still activated and got the combo, man. That is supreme bravado, and you're going to win the round on top of that.
Oh, but not quite yet. There's
No
the
2
low.
bars, man. Dude, when he activated on the block and still got the combo, it was over.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Like,
mental damage too, right?
That's mental, emotional damage, bro.
Round 1. Ready? Go!
I love he's got the cigar jacket too.
Yeah, right?
He just looks like a cigar.
A walking humidor.
But this is an interesting matchup. Every matchup with Haohmaru is interesting because you never see this character.
You don't see this character that much, but he is pretty straightforward. You got a big sword. You want to use it to stop people from approaching. So you got the big far C. It unfortunately has a big hurt box around it, and Haohmaru does big damage.
Yeah, but what is a sword to these hands? O.Yashiro taking the first round.
Oof, man. I think in that case, Sonic just got a little ahead of himself there. Wasn't able to get anything started. I don't want to say he abandoned the game plan there, but he didn't adjust either.
Yeah, no, just got completely run over, but now is going to get a second chance here with K-Dash. Has to slow it down. That's what you have to do against all these grappler characters. You need to slow down the pace of the matchup. You cannot let it get away from you.
And I think Sonic definitely needs to slow down right now because he is making good decisions, but they're way too early. Like, he did the far D as an anti-air there, but like ended up getting snuffed out by the Yashiro jump D because he did it too early.
Yeah, and in that situation too, was just brawling in the corner, right, with Yashiro, and eventually there was that opportunity, and Rino capitalized on it.
Man, Rino right now with a commanding lead, about to go up 2 characters.
Oh.
That's always so unnecessary.
It is, but it's so cool.
I hope they update it where, like, if you actually do a combo after that, it does less damage than the throw, like by a wide margin. So you don't get the kill anymore. Like, what? Just let him drop.
It's just for the mental damage.
I guess, man, right? See, that's better. Just get, like, the hammer drop on the end of it.
Here we go, tossed into the corner. Level 1, gonna get some Oki off of this, and Rino is trying to cook up an OCB.
He's looking pretty good for it right now. Sonic has not challenged anything successfully yet. There it is right now. Okay, get the DDT out of the corner. Going for the front side. He's thrown into the corner. Ooh.
Oh,
He's got to make this count like right now. This cannot go unfinished.
Able to close it out. That was looking a little bit like Rey Mysterio versus Batista.
Quite possibly, man. I was looking at that like, man, you gotta pull every stop, dude. Double Yashiro. I wasn't even paying attention.
Yeah. You get through one, and then there is another waiting for you here.
He's like, okay, I'm done wrestling. Let's just throw hands now.
Oh, but Sonic able to keep the momentum up in between rounds, putting the pain here on Rino. I love it. Also creating a little bit of space, trying to go for the EX drop kick.
That drop kick. So you see the distance he's doing that at, right? Like, it's not super easy to punish that, if it even is possible to do it. And wow, he just gave him that damage.
No, there's no way we're getting a reverse OCB with Ramon.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Hold up.
He gave the ass 3.5 bars, but this Ramon got some buttons that kind of ruined a lot of characters' good time, you know?
Oh, but dive.
All right, that's it. Yeah.
All right.
He let that blow kiss do the punish for him. I wouldn't even waste time with the damn Sonic Rush combo. I'd be like, super, just finish it, man.
Oh my god. He drops it anyway. You cannot give Sonic another chance to live.
All right, Sonic's gonna probably get hit by a fireball. Here we go.
Bet it all on the drop kick there. Did not work out. Rino with the jump back CD gonna take game number 1.
And the crazy thing about that jump back CD is, once again, if Sonic had slowed it down just a little bit and went for that EX drop kick, he might have gotten pay dirt.
Yeah, but unfortunately, just again, a little too quick on the trigger there, and that has kind of been the story of Sonic so far in this set. Has been just a little too eager to brawl.
I'll even say that's the story of his tournament run, because you saw the way he was playing K-Dash against other players, where he was just like, I'm doing second shell. If you're jumping, you're getting hit by it, that's your fault.
And it's his fault. He is in the corner here right now once again. Haohmaru did nothing in the first game.
He challenged that! Oh my god, dude.
He's got 2C. Why wouldn't he challenge it?
Oh, you're right.
Oh my god, Sonic! Please, Haohmaru, help!
Filthy.
Oh, and here comes the mix. Gets him with the low on the 2B.
Bro, this character's a menace, dude.
And this has just been a handicap match. Haohmaru's done nothing.
I don't think that K-Dash can do much either. I mean, he can, like, scientifically speaking, but the way Sonic is playing, he has to slow it down. He has to wait to see how Rino is responding to what he's giving him. But at the same time, he didn't really give him much out to Rino to deal with right now. He's just taking hits.
Yeah, for sure. And there we go again. Just getting stuff for the fireball, but is able to fight back.
I see him pumping that far C a lot. That is a good button for K-Dash to be using. Except in that situation.
Are we going to spend the meter? Yes, we do.
Every time, baby.
He just wants that Oki. The Oki is so strong from this, but he actually doesn't need it.
So he definitely spend that meter.
I forgot how much damage that does.
I know, because I keep thinking he's playing Clark, and I'm like, why would he spend meter there? Oh, yeah, you don't got that damage scaling.
And now Ramon, it is all up to our hero to make a reverse OCV for Sonic to stay in winner's side.
Got an uphill battle, almost completely healthy team. And even if he gets down to the Ash, he's probably going to be in a situation where the Ash has 3 bars and he has 0.
Oh, with the EX drop kick. Again, spaced really well so it can't be punished.
Yeah, he's really good at that. You know, he be dropping that knowledge on my channel all the time about EX drop kick. And I'm jealous of it because I'm like, dude, I wish Joe had that with thrust kick. But yeah, it is what it is.
One day.
One day. We'll be back.
Here we go. Yashiro coming in. Regular old Yashiro this time.
Regular old Yashiro just got off the wrestling team practice. Now he's in the boxing team practice. And wow, tried to challenge that quarter circle forward C. That's actually got a big enough window where you actually can just shatter strike it.
Well, we're going to guard cancel, though, to try and escape. I mean, that guard gauge was starting to get a little scary, though, so needed to get some room to breathe. And look at it.
Yeah, you see right there, like that stand A punishes. Great range for Ramon and pretty much any character in this game. So a lot of moves that are quote-unquote safe because of distance may not be safe against Ramon.
But these trades are definitely not in Sonic's favor. You cannot keep getting your health whittled away like this.
He's working on something here, though. He's going to spend all that meter if he wants to get this Yashiro out of here, though.
Oh, and again with the drop kick, but the drop kick is not paying off. There we go.
I think if Rino commits to a light attack, and next time he does that, it's probably going to... Again, he got caught with the safe jump, dude.
The safest of jumps there. Very nice, and Sonic hacked you. So close to staying alive, but Ash is coming in with nearly max meter.
Dude's got like a sniper crosshair all over him right now. All signs point to Sonic's goal. What? Do it, man. Just let it happen. Just another safe jump. Had to spend meter to make it safe, though. He didn't want to guard cancel it because he wanted that meter for damage.
Oh no, but yeah, you have to watch out for those EX fireballs.
Sonic hacked you the last action hero, bro.
He went for the flying cross arm there.
That is the Bruce Willis, brother. Just diving out the window. The Nagatomi
players, they've been really trying to bring people in, and it shows.
Yeah, that was something I was trying to hammer into their heads like earlier on. I was like, hey guys, we got a lot of people coming in that want to play your game, so be ready for them and help them out. And they have been. They've been rising to the challenge, and they're getting a lot of good exposure too, man. Like the people that know these names of KOF players. It's starting to grow. You know, ShadowX is starting to get a name for himself out there. Even Sonic actually got a little bit of a name for himself out there. Even if, like, you know, people haven't seen that much of him, people know about the Ramon.
Yeah, just like people know about the Clark right now. And look at the patience here challenging with the 2C. I think that's goodbye Kyo.
Oh, yeah, dude. That Kyo could not get back on his feet.
Oh, and that's going to be some nice health back for ShadowX as well. Nearly full health. That might as well be full health.
Yeah, I would call it full health at this point, man. Either way, like, Robert has so much work to do with Iori. And the thing about that death cradle, too, is, like, that's the worst throw you could take. Because all of his other throws, they suck the wind out of your game plan. But that death cradle actually eats clock. It's actually, like, anti-clock meta.
Yeah, and does a lot of damage too, but Robert, not too fazed by it, answering back with a solid round of his own, tying up this match in a big way.
Oh yeah, man. He had to do that because if he kept it going a little bit longer, he might not have been in a beneficial position in the next round. Still has a bar and a half though. K-Dash with two bars, completely ShadowX. One of the best K-Dashes in the business.
And you can see very patient here as well, just trying to whip the right opportunity, but the Scum Gale is going to connect here.
I was going to say, like, he's one of the best, but it's hard to catch that Iori doing anything on the ground.
But now we have him locked down in the corner. And look at that. The guard gauge was about to shatter.
And you saw Robert was like, I'll take whatever I get on the other side because I will have real estate to my back.
And coast-to-coast combo taking a lot of life. Robert just waking up with buttons. No fear at all.
He's like, I'm about to die anyway. Let's give it a shot.
But there we go. Just throwing out that far C. I love K-Dash's far C. That thing is a hell of a button.
So that's like a par for the course for like K115 far Cs because they're all ridiculous now, right?
I mean, here you are right. They're incredibly strong.
The ones that are cancelable, like, dude.
Crazy. They nerfed a lot of the far Ds, but they just said, oh, the far Cs, we'll leave those.
The far Cs are fine. In fact, we'll add some in that are cancelable. Man. Let's give one to Rugal. Like, oh, guys.
Give route back his far D.
Oh, man. I'd say fine. That wasn't even a problem for me. It's that down C that's scary.
Yeah, that down C is scary. Just like this combo right here from ShadowX, taking out over half of Robert's health and pushing him even further towards the corner.
Ooh. Nice little beat of slide confirmation. Hold the corner down. Yeah, Robert going for the reset.
Classic empty jump low, and that is enough. Robert is going to take game number 1.
It was interesting that he backed up from a pretty far distance, and I was like, it's pretty obvious he's going for like some kind of empty jump. I didn't think that low was going to connect from that far out. Dude, this character is crazy.
Yeah, right. Especially when you think about an empty jump from that far away too.
Yeah,
when they're that far, if it's Krohnen that far, you would expect he ain't gonna hit me with an overhead. It's too far away.
Right, you're just like down back in that situation. But like that's what I'm saying. Like this character, when they nerfed some of his more go-to buttons, the other buttons got their time to shine, and these were buttons that were always good because they didn't touch them. You know.
Yeah.
So now people are saying like, oh, we realize now, oh, the problem wasn't the EXDP to the heat dome. It was the fact that his neutral is just immaculate.
Just a picture perfect spacing there, and that is why they are currently in winter semifinals of the entire tournament.
Oh yeah, man.
Here we go, K-Dash versus Kyo to start things off. We're actually putting Clark on the back end here.
See if this K-Dash can do any damage to this kill. The Clark already melted the kill last time, but now it's the K-Dash's turn. Guess it's like some kind of workout regimen.
CD trying to keep his pressure up, but ShadowX, you can see, he definitely feels a lot more comfortable in this matchup.
Man, and AR Robert is getting pressured mid-screen from by a guy that's coming out of the corner, hasn't been able to press a button yet.
And there we go, just the counter poking finally working out. Now Robert, Iori's going to have to do some extra legwork once again.
Iori can definitely do that kind of damage. He's got really simple, high damaging combos. EX Scum Gale is a complete menace, especially if you get the corner off of it, but you got to be willing to break the bread.
But there's the guard cancel out, immediately putting on the pressure too, going for those lows and the fireballs. But there we go, nice gazelle step.
Hey! Love that anywhere joke.
Look at this pressure, the way it's structured, and the stagger, but wasn't able to finish it out.
That far C, man, like, it just changes so much about what makes K-Dash good in the corner, because, like, usually people think, oh, it's going to be low B to iron trigger, or low A to iron trigger, maybe far stand A to iron trigger, but then he got that far C, which is, like, all of that, plus it does more damage.
And that jumping A is also a very solid tool as well. The angle on it is great.
I think they sped that up because apparently before it was like 8 frames on startup.
Yeah.
Like, what did that look like?
That is bad for a JA. Oh, but here comes the Shatter Strike. Still not enough to kill, but Chip is going to be a factor here. You do not want to block any special moves. Oh, you see
despite how well this is going for ShadowX, remember, Robert took that first game.
That is true. And Robert, okay. Is he just sitting back? He says, I have the life lead. You have to come to me.
He's right, but he also only has 2 bars, and he's not getting any more meter doing this. So this won't work in the next round. And God, if ShadowX gets a hit right now, okay.
All right. Able to finally close it out.
That's one of the things where it's like, dude, like, I hope he doesn't have the sauce with this point character, because I might end up looking foolish.
I mean, he still could here because now Iori is coming in with 4 bars. There is a clean hit straight into the level 1.
Yep, getting that hard knockdown off the pillar. Wow, he just did it. You know what? Fine. He's up a game. He can do that.
He can afford to take those kind of risks here. But the risk doesn't pay off too much. Still, oh, okay, never mind. Gonna get a nice confirm here. And Exo Stacy coming through with the 2 months. Thank you so much.
He stood up in the middle of that low B spam and almost ate a fat combo. That's pretty lucky on his part. Good block.
Yeah, very nice, but does get caught by the Rekka series. OTG is gonna miss.
Oh boy.
Chasing down, tries to go for the slide.
Yeah, Robert with almost 2 bars here. Oh man, if he had 2 bars, that would have been activation. Got the low B again! ShadowX is trying to jump out of that corner in a situation where it's not really that crucial.
Yeah, no, especially when you're up a character too, it just rips out the wrong gun.
Oh my god.
It Neil with the prime. Thank you so much and welcome.
So the Clark at the end means he wants to play cleanup here, but I feel like the low B, okay, yeah, there we go. He needed that.
Yep, easy. Just close it out with the command grab. And ShadowX gonna tie things up 1-1 now.
If he keeps the same order, I'll be interested to see if there's a even match between the Krohnen and the Clark, because that was just Clark coming in to play cleanup.
Yeah, you could see Robert is thinking here. Do I go back to order select or do I just fight again?
I mean, if I was him, I'd be like, I'll definitely play in a way where if we go down to anchors, you're going to have to do more than an EX command grab to get me out of there.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm feeling confident here with Kyo versus K-Dash. Let's see what kind of adjustments Robert is going to make. 3D whiffs and is going to get punished.
That was such a clean punish too, man. Spaced it perfectly with the far C.
Yeah, FRC is such a solid punish tool, and that's really what ShadowX has been using it for a lot, for that staggered pressure and for just these big punishes.
This kill has not been able to do anything. Okay, might actually get some damage finally. Go for the reset.
Oh, but rolls right out of harm's way.
I feel like ShadowX has probably seen that setup one too many times. He is not scared of kills.
No, even goes for the hop over into just raw siege, just a mid, and is able to land.
Yeah, right. Like, what is this guy? What is this guy seeing, man? I'm liking it though. Like, these are some big bets.
Oh no! Oof. Unfortunate landing there. Landed on the wrong side. Wanted to keep the pressure going with that 1-inch punch.
Nelson with that down B again, man. It is so hard to approach K-Dash from the ground, and that ain't it.
Oh no! And goodbye, Iori. And thank you, Lena, for the gifted sub to Greyheart. But now, wow, I mean.
So again, Robert gets this Krohnen going, and ShadowX's biggest problem is the Krohnen low B. The Krohnen low B has been absolutely destroying whatever it is he's trying to do.
Yeah, but the question is that low B going to be able to bring him back 3-0?
Well, I'm seeing right now that the problem is ShadowX is pressing buttons in frame trap. What is going on here?
Oh my god, this is a good start though. Maybe ShadowX feeling a little greedy having that multiple character lead, but that's one character gone in a flash.
That was quite possibly an attempt to just take his turn back. And the way Robert is playing Krohnen, he's like, you know what? I know you want to hit a button here. You've been doing it an entire match, and I've got the perfect character to blow that up with. Unfortunately, my other 2 characters are not clicking with me right now. But Krohnen, we in there. Oh, he made a spin meter on that too? He should. That's legit.
Emperor Pain coming through with the 3 months. Thank you so much. Oh, and Robert's about to start feeling some pain here. Tries to go for the 2B.
He'll take that, man. He didn't get the spindle meter behind that either. It's just regular Rekka series. Don't get touched. You better believe if Robert gets that touch, he's about to dump all that. Oh my god!
Speak of the devil. Thank you for the cheer, Badger Magic.
That didn't kill. Oh, Magic Pixel. Ineffective.
Oh my god!
Flex on him, Robert!
He saw the frames. He had all the time to react, but having having the awareness to react there was incredible.
Oh my God, dude. So this is the situation that I was saying that the Clark don't really want to be in, because the EX Sab ain't going to do it here. He's got to fight this Krohnen pretty handily. And the Krohnen kind of gets to hit buttons here. But the resource available to the Clark here definitely going to slow it down for Robert, unfortunately. You see right there, yeah, like that is 100% Clark.
That was just a perfect 2. And Shadow X, again, just running wild with Clark. Fortunately for him, too, that is a pretty good matchup in Clark's favor, right?
Yeah, I was
that 2D is
say.
incredibly strong, but he says, sorry, I got a job to do. So long. But here we go. Jump right in. 2A to check.
Tamago on the right and Juan on the left. You see the Benimaru up front. Oh, yeah, you see that jump roll back. Great for the air to airs. Oh no, he almost got full punish there.
Yeah, trying to hop out with that. What are we doing?
That's inventive.
Not gonna work out in this situation. He did it. There is no way he said, all right, it didn't work, but I'll try it one more time.
Do it again. Yuck.
And Tamago just gonna get a kind of a free first round there. I see Juan contributing to some charity.
I think Juan in that case probably just said, well, this is going about as badly as it could go. Let's see what happens if I do it again. And sometimes it works out.
Oh, but Tamago zoning out with these air electrics here.
Yeah, and Juan kind of running into the Raijinkin Storm. There we go. Probably was looking for an opportunity for that. Got the little B, get the party started.
Yeah, and with the knockdown, tries to go mix them, chases the roll. Very nice.
Where are you going? And it's very dangerous to roll across your opponent in this game because of stuff like that.
And is that was that an option select or just a hard call out?
I mean, you have to talk to Juan about that. I don't know if it is. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't play B.Jenet, so.
Yeah. Wow. Dedicated to the EX crack counter. Not going to get a lot of damage, but it's about the momentum. Still can't believe he got hard knocked down off a C-Hard edge.
It's all right. Still strong, though.
He's still strong. Still does good damage. Great buttons. That jump blowback is still crazy.
Yeah, there's the guard cancel backwards into the jump blowback, just like you said. Gets the combo off the counter, hit it too.
He's pushing towards the corner, and right now, Juan in a lot of trouble. Hasn't been able to. That's no punish!
That is tragic. That could have been a massive punish here for Tamago. Still controlling the pace of the match, though, which is important.
That's okay, he has to kill him now because that sucks.
Still not able to get the kill here. You're giving Juan all of these chances to make an explosive comeback.
I'm telling you, brother.
Back is
scared for him right now. Okay, that was the best case scenario, because if he had lived through that, that would be the exact way that Rock dies in this matchup.
Yes. He was saved by the bell there.
Oh my God, dude. And he still could have guard cancel rolled it and probably put a lot of damage on him.
Now it's time for Iori to come out. Okay, clean jump in, gonna get the confirm here.
Ooh, Iori coming in with that empty jump, close C, level 2 fireworks. Look at his damage, dude.
It is too much damage. This character is kind of nutty.
Oh, that was a great jump. We ain't taking no scum gales.
Oh, and then the level the CD actually whiffs. That is tragic. Goodbye, Rock.
So you were talking about how supposedly they slowed those down a little bit, right? Yeah. But apparently some characters still got pretty fast low Bs where the hurt box shrinks. I saw a video of it. I know Iori's one of them. Luong might be one of them also.
Yeah, you ever just get anti-aired by a low?
Yeah, I mean, if you play against Kula in Season 1 every time, baby.
Oh, God. Here comes
she still might be good for it now, too, honestly. I just don't know if it's like 100% a lock.
She vanished, though. She really did just disappear. Here we go, 2B into 2A.
Oh, nice neutral hop D. Hold that ground, Juan.
I like the rollback as well, just trying to create some space, keeping Tamago trapped, but giving up a little bit too much. Now we're back in mid-screen.
He's giving up ground, but at the same time, he is not, well, he wasn't losing positioning there because he was preventing Tamago from advancing still. And he kind of still is now, but the life lead is significantly smaller.
And there it is.
That.
The 2B. What?
What?
He missed the confirm afterwards there. That is unfortunate, but just lets the DP rip. You know what? Why not?
That's how he almost won the first round. So I'm going to say right now, Tamago with that full jump CD set all that up. That looked like an error. And then Juan performed an error. That might have just been like some off-rhythm stuff.
Yeah, but Juan still able to tie it all together here, taking game number 1. Remember, this is loser side, so whoever loses this is out of the tournament, too.
That is true, man. Fighting for their tournament life right now. And I gotta feel like these guys are used to seeing each other just a little bit.
Yeah, you have that. They see each other a lot here, especially in TNS too. And Dandy J coming through with the raid. Thank you so much.
And there we go. Open up with the Bodegas.
Again, kind of just checking with that 2A, but only really going for one, not going for the multiple 2As like you see a lot.
He's also not reaching for the stand blowback, the kill stand blowback check, which I think is really strong for him. But I think maybe because they do see each other so much, maybe Tamago has an answer for that.
Yeah,
because I haven't seen Juan really reach for it once. Oh, you're right.
Yeah, it's those 2A checks. I feel like if you just put out another one, you could get more reward off of it. Does get the 3D though, but nothing afterwards.
And he couldn't break the guard. He was almost there too, and Tamago has no meter. That would have been free damage.
Oh, and then the anti-air low once again here.
Oh boy, Tamago looking real good for this round right now. Oh no, he made us spin the bar.
And then just the panic legs there as well.
Yeah.
He looked like he was expecting a punish, and so was trying to catch it in a big way, but Tamago was just too patient.
I mean, sometimes that's what happens. Like you end up leaving yourself hanging out to dry, and you're kind of like, well, if he doesn't punish me correctly, a reversal will do. And then he doesn't move on the reversal either. And you're like, great, I spent meter. So now I'm definitely dead.
Oh, the 2B. The 2B anti-airs have really been showing up a lot here in this set in particular. And chasing down the... That
might be an OS.
That might
be an OS, dude.
Jump to the other side, but there's the throw from Tamago.
Oh, on the front side!
Oh, he's still able to confirm this too.
This could be a lot of damage, man. Yeah. Oh!
Oh, again?
Does that not juggle afterwards? Can you get nothing after that?
Must not, but he was able to get the pressure and actually able to take away the round as well. Thank you.
Damn, dude. Two well-placed EX Raijinkins there. Unchallenged by Juan in both cases. But he just kept jumping back.
Tamago is here on the cusp of tying things up 1-1. But we've seen many Iori OCVs.
Yeah, definitely seen some Iori OCVs, but then again, like, Tamago's Benimaru is like one of the best I've ever seen, so.
He was the one
in any of the KOS.
Yeah, he was kind of the one who put Benimaru on the map in 15 and let people know how strong he actually was.
I would say, yeah, there was a lot of people who just weren't quite at the table for Benimaru at the time, and they still aren't. It's fine. It's just, yeah, Tamago did all that stuff he did last season with the Benimaru on the squad.
Oh, but the clean hop right over the fireball, level 2 fireworks. Too much damage.
Could be short life for Rock right now if he gets one more touch. That's the second time I think he's done like empty cancel in the 6th day, so he's hopefully looking for something there.
Oh, level 2 Raging Storm. All right, we just want to squeeze out as much damage as we can and gets the raw jump in.
You just let him jump DM?
The goddess of victory.
Tied up 1-1 now. He was scared of the low.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
What's the old Chris who? Why do I block the overhead when I know it's coming? Or why do I get hit by the overhead when I know it's coming? Well, you wash the apple in the water to clean the apple, but you know the water. I don't know how it goes.
Nah, I know what you're talking about too. It's like when he said it, it made sense to me. When I say it to myself, I'm like, what the hell am I talking about?
Again, just the air Jenkins here.
And that's air Jenkins a great way to like keep your opponent from haphazardly rushing forward. But if they wait it out, they're a big punish opportunity.
All right, chasing down. There's the 2D again, just walking him to the corner.
Just got out of the corner with a close seat. Again, though, I don't feel that scared by Juan's Joe. Has not been that active on offense at all this entire set.
Oh, yeah, and in the corner there, it was really just pressure into Rekkas, and then over again, right? Nothing too crazy.
And I'm wondering if that's just because, like, he feels that Tamago just knows what he needs to do in response to a lot of that, and so he's not going for it. But I feel like that's part of what makes Joe just super strong in this patch, is that he's got really safe pressure that loops into itself. Or practically loops into itself, not literally. All right, if he rolls out of the corner again, he gets hit by EX DP, then yeah, he's not doing it.
Yeah, absolutely not. Got hit one too many times, but it was also getting clipped low here. Even more pressure with the knockdown. Again with the EX overhead.
You know what? I'm wondering if that's the same input. If he gets turned around, that turns into EX DP.
That might be the case, actually. So you just do it, and if they roll, then you catch the roll.
Yeah, but it's still that feels too fast. It didn't feel like he was delaying it at all. But you know, I don't know. It's not my hands on the stick right now.
True. All right, pressure in this corner. Jumps out with the JC. Okay.
Whoa.
Oh, spacing there. Gets the 2D. Scrot Vermilion coming through with the raid. Thank you so much, Scrot. And welcome. Y'all are just in time for another top 8 qualifier.
Oh, yeah, he got this one, man. Juan KOF on the hunt.
And now here at set point, threatening to send Tamago out of the bracket.
We're down to the Krohnen again. Man. This Krohnen has had some good opportunities, but I feel like I don't know if it's input error or what, but some really freaky accidents that almost ruined his tournament run.
Yeah, so we definitely need to lock that down here and lock down this B.Jenet too, because she is just high flying. Gets the punish. Okay, killer.
Damn.
Oh, it didn't kill. Tried to go for the throw to close it out. This is so scary right now for Tamago.
Juan, still got a character left, but I felt the desperation there.
It wanted to close it out. Did not want to go to this final game, final round situation.
Nah, that's when it gets the most scary. But then you're like, uh-oh. If I make a mistake here, it's no longer a comfortable lead. Hey, there it is.
Yep, the very first mistake. Answers back with his own DP.
I'll be careful, man. He's looking for it again.
Ooh. Oh, the punish, though, with the 2A doesn't follow up. Oh, no. Patience here from Juan, able to bait out the roll.
Didn't get the follow-up afterwards. That's pretty good from Tamago because he gets to reset this pressure now. Go back to neutral, hold the corner. Yeah, you shouldn't have did that, buddy.
Yeah, but Tamago is going to capitalize on the roll bait there and takes it 2-1 over Juan. Moving on to top 8 loser side.
He's a conscientious observer.
Hey, Joe can put in work in the right matchups. He still has some pretty solid zones.
Joe is great if you are doing the right thing. If you are doing the right thing, Joe is great. If you are trying to play Season 1 Joe,
yeah, no,
you might have some varied success.
But Leona, another one of those characters that's pretty strong. Oh, there's the predictable. Leona is pretty strong, but it's another one of those characters that you have to put in a lot of work, right? A lot of execution to make her work.
Yeah, I think that she could be. She's one of those characters that I feel is almost there to being like as strong as she was in previous iterations, like 13 and like 14 especially. But yeah, one of the things they took away from her, like her stand CD, that hurt a lot.
Yeah.
She's got decent damage though.
Yeah, and we're seeing that right now. A nice confirm, but a little too predictable with the jump in there. That is two parries from Excelancer in the very first round.
Oh man, yeah. I've actually played Excelancer after he's hot off a loss in TNS. He'd definitely be doing this kind of stuff to me.
But now it's Joe's time. And wow, Kihara opting to go for a brawling play style right off the bat. Makes sense with how low life Geese had, but that could have actually gone very far south.
Went pretty bad. Now we're gonna see this Shune, and I'm like, yeah, Shune is legit. That being said, it's still Shune. I still feel like Shune got to work so hard for what is essentially a pretty big risk.
Yeah, for sure. A high risk, high reward style character, at least at the moment here. There's a nice roll, gets the throw. Tries to go for the overheads. Great blocks from Kihara.
All right, so he showed him something special there. So that blue hand that he just did, that's a gap. He can get out of that. So him blocking that, that's good data for Excelancer.
How did he survive that? The raw level 3. That's
this man don't do no damage, dude. Sure they don't do no damage. That's a
Even
waste
with
of 3
the raw
bars,
level
honestly.
3?
That's a waste of 3 bars, honestly. He could have just Shatter Striked.
I'm
not judging. I'm sorry. I told you I wasn't going to judge.
No, it's okay. It's understandable.
It is what it is, man. It is what it is. It's a great character still, though. I enjoy playing this character.
He is very stylish for sure. Definitely has a lot of unique tools that other KO characters don't have in the air.
Oh, that jump B from Rio was crazy.
Jumping in, goes for the overhead. Goodbye, Shune.
That hurts.
And it's just going to keep going. Oh, no.
He didn't. He decided to reset it. Okay.
Wants to hold on to the meter. That is respectable, but you better not let Excelancer.
You did that!
Yeah.
You did that! The Excelancer! Damn, bro.
Great tag. Kihara is definitely wishing that they spent the meter right now.
You're like, damn, I wish I killed this guy. Damn. He's blocking it, dude. You cannot block that blue. I mean, yeah, all right. You block it a couple times. You gotta challenge that eventually, because if you let us get away with that, we are gonna break that guard.
And now Luong is coming in with nearly 4 bars on deck.
Oh, dude, they reduced the recovery on her stance cancel. Scary business, my friend.
She is a menace right now in the current meta. Oh, but there's the throw. Kihara getting the opportunity to get something started. Swaps the other side with a CD into the confirm. That's game number 1 for Excelancer.
No, yeah, like she was already pretty good. Like, just from a toolkit standpoint. And then they're like, let's make it better. I'm like, all right. Now she's got damage, got corner carry, and probably one of the best stand CDs in the game. The jump CD ain't bad either, honestly.
Yeah, no, she is definitely eating incredibly well this patch. She was already really solid before, but this patch definitely just pushed her into that upper echelon.
Round 1.
Now we are back
with the point Leona. And it used to be the Leonas would just come out the gate swinging with the stand CD because it was that good. And now it's like probably trading like that. You don't really get that pressure anymore.
Oh, but we actually go for the reset there. Sends out the earring. It's going to connect. Great jump in.
So that's something that's good for her, is that she's got that super high jump. So the vertical jump in the corner, and that's just, wow. The vertical jump in that corner is great for avoiding the attempt at the wake-up throw and then punishing it. I don't think it's universal, but you saw right there, like she got over the close C from Geese, which was 100% supposed to be a wake-up throw.
Yeah, absolutely. And already starting off really strong, but there is the Shadow Strike reversal from Excelancer, taking us out of the corner. Gets the overhead mix, but doesn't get a follow-up afterwards. That's unfortunate.
See, he should have, he thought he was like, okay, he's probably going to block the stand, the jumping, so I'm going to go for the low. But he was probably surprised by the fact that the jump C hit.
Oh, no, not able to get the EX hand.
They changed that too, brother. I'm sorry. It don't work no more.
And I love Kihara's movement here, too. Willing to just run away, immediately turn and burn with the JB.
I've actually never seen this matchup before, so this is interesting. But I can see where Shune would struggle here, because she does have the freedom to sail through the air. And Shune's, one of his worst things is like, damn, how do I just stop you from jumping?
Here we go, the chase down. And so this is an interesting matchup. The stare down, too. Neither of one of them wanting to overextend. And speaking of characters that can stop you from jumping or chase you to the skies, Luong is definitely one of them.
Yeah, Luong can definitely chase in the air, on the ground, and then control both once she gets the advantage pretty much for the rest of the round.
Able to score the throw, but there's a CD. Big moment here for Kihara. V has come too.
I knew that, yeah, he was like, come on, throw something out.
Showing their resilience here.
And now Luong is gonna have to make the long trek here, the uphill climb.
With only one bar, too, and Joe probably about to hang back, like the Hurricanes.
Oh, no.
That close D is a stand low, by the way. You gotta be careful. It's super fast and stand low.
I don't think Joe's gonna get the opportunity to hang back and play lame. Block here in the corner. Shatter Strike is gonna whiff.
Yeah, he don't do that good from this position. I mean, I don't mean getting hit. I mean just like in back to the corner. Because this DP is gonna whip if she jumps flush
That
against
picked
him.
up from so far away too.
She gets to do that kind of stuff. That's why she's
no.
awesome, man. That's why she's like, she gets to turn what a lot of other characters are just abandoned hit-wise. That's like optimal damage for her now.
Oh, we let the DP rip. And now this is actually looking scary for Kihara at this point now. Excelancer able to bring this back to the Anchor War. Nice 2C.
What part of that got hit? Maybe she tried to do the ult kick in the air.
Oh, but it's able to land the cross up. DP's right out of the mix-up attempt straight into the super. Kihara, that was a highly committal.
That's the second time. You hold down back too long against this man. We got 2 bars. That's a wrap, dude. That's a wrap.
Yeah, he will absolutely chop you with that overhead. And then he gets so much damage out. You know, say what you want about Rio, but this man does damage, and sometimes
The damage
that's really
out,
all
the
you
damage
need.
output is crazy. Like I was always aware that his damage output was super high, and then I saw how easy it was to get that damage output, and I was like, okay, I can see how some people start tripping, like, oh shoot, he might be top tier. Like, if you get touched by any of those heavy buttons, yeah, it looks like it, because you're just dying, but
It's just everything else, you know, that is the part that's suffering for him, that he needs to put in a lot of work to get in, to put you in those situations where he can score that hit and dish out the damage. But it looks like we are taking a little bit of a breather, back to character select.
yeah, like when he got that overhead, I was like, that was like the best decision he could make from that range too, because I was like, you know, you try to get close and maybe try to go for some low B down C action, and if that down C whiff, you're dead.
Let's see, what's the order going to be? Okay, we're keeping the exact same order. We did just want a little bit of a breather there. I respect that. Back to the training stage.
Nothing will stop this show.
And Leona's been kind of the MVP so far, it feels like, of this set. Been putting in a ton of work for Kihara. Definitely carrying the weight of this team.
So that jump arc and height was what impressed me the most in this situation, because a lot of times, like, you try to just run up to somebody and then neutral jump thinking they're going to throw, and they're going to throw out their heavy and get, you know, their whatever, right? You get a punish usually, but Geese is one of those characters where his hitbox on that is pretty big.
Yeah.
So he could actually anti-air you with that if you try to neutral jump out of the wake-up throw situation. But she just cleared it completely and then got the punish. Whoa, that was an accident. He tried to low counter, the EX low counter at that.
Oh, tries to go for the cross-up. Great block and a little bit of a punish. It wasn't able to get too much off of there, but it's still stuck in the corner. Look at the movement we're seeing from Kihara as well.
And so because of what I said, that takes away a pretty fundamental strength that every KOF character has, that Geese no longer has access to. So if he gets knocked down in the corner, he kind of just has to block.
Yeah, and you could see just how that matchup really played out there. Kihara running wild. Still, you know, Leona is hurt, but she's also very solid in this matchup too, which we saw before.
All right, we're seeing that C knuckle come out for the Shunei. That's pretty good against a lot of hops, because it's got somewhat low profile, and it's going to lead to a hard knockdown or a trade in a lot of cases. So that's good for getting her out of there quick, but it's a big risk once again.
Yeah, for
Block it. Oh boy.
But now let's see, is Joe finally going to get to do something in this set?
Man,
That's
I'm
what I
trying-
want to see.
I'm trying to keep my mouth shut, bro.
He's trying to play a very aggressive Joe too.
I mean, you got that far D, so being aggressive is okay. And you having access to Hurricane Upper, you really only want to throw that from darn near full screen because he's got a lot of recovery on that. Especially in the light punch version. Oh, he's gone. That's going to be big damage.
Let's see. How much are we willing to spend?
Double DP. Super. Yes, sir. DP again for safe jump. Oh, we're going for that? Okay.
Oh, it goes for the overhead there as well. Tries
that
to
is
go for
potent, man. That is potent, that overhead.
Oh,
How
very
did he
good
try it?
awareness.
You tried it. I respect. We got to go for it at least once a set, bro. I'm sorry. We all, the shoe days always got to go for the cross of the blue hand.
It's in the contract when you pick the character.
We all saw the tech. We were like, dude, that's so sick, but it never hits.
Now Joe having Excelancer down to their final character. This is set point, but Luong with 4 bars up against Joe. I mean, it'll be easier said than done.
Yeah, I mean, Joe definitely can stop her from jumping, especially mid-screen, but I don't know if Quijada's playing that kind of Joe.
I think that's the first fireball he threw all set.
Yeah, probably.
Oh no, misspacement on the jump there, and now.
I don't know about that. Dan, you're eating the shadow strike.
Yeah, Joe's dead.
If he's not, then yeah. I was gonna say if he's not, then that'd be weird. But at the same time, 2 bars for Excelancer is long, full health.
Yeah,
against this
going up
Rio,
against
who Rio's been getting. I won't say he's lucky, but Excelancer has not been pressing the issue enough. I think.
Yeah, for sure. I think you just can't be afraid of him, right? You need to keep pressing buttons. Don't allow him to get started. And there we go. Great block on the super attempt. Woo! That could have been tragic.
Look at that pickup. That's like I'm saying, man. Them pickups. Them pickups, bro.
Oh, runs right in.
She's like she's playing a different game, man.
You see how patient Kihara is being here, just trying to find the right opportunity to strike, but might not get the chance at this rate. Stuck in the corner. There's the throw.
He needed that extra bar, too, to be a threat. It's over.
And that means that Kihara is going to be eliminated from the bracket. Excelancer moving on 2-1.
Basically, bro.
But, oh, man. Shadow X versus Rino here. Winners finals. This is going to be 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5. Oh, my God. Opening up with a grab already.
Even more grabs. Rino giving Shadow X a taste of his own medicine.
How much damage he already mounted up on Shadow X.
Yeah, I mean, this is a great way to start, just locking down K-Dash.
I don't know, man. Like, I feel like a grappler should not do this kind of thing that quickly.
Nearly a perfect, but hey, maybe he shouldn't do that much damage, but that's the world we're living in right now, and we are about to have a wrestling match.
I mean, I look at Clark and I'm like, I don't want to get grabbed. I look at like O.Yashiro and I'm like, I guess the only way he can win is if I get grabbed.
Right.
So.
Oh, but there we go. Death Lake Driver throwing you back down to the ground.
You see that big jump A? That jump A is it's like a concession prize because other jump buttons are not really great for jump-ins, mostly for air-to-airs, but it's really good for jump-ins.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really the only air button you see a lot of Clark players use. That
yeah,
and
man. Like, it hits them so high up, really active, great hitbox. And it doesn't scale the damage very much either. It's annoying as hell, basically, because it's fast and it's going to interrupt a lot of your stuff from the ground.
Yeah, but it is not going to pay off here because Rino is going to put Clark to rest, trying to cook up an OCV with O.Yashiro. Shadow X is down to Iori.
As long as he's got that extra bar, man, you're going to at least put 40 on him. Oh,
nice. Great spacing there with the 2B. Going to get a good confirm. Holds on to the meter.
And this is where Shadow X has to just decide, like, I got to at least get down to the ankle character, right? But you can't get discouraged. It's hard not to get discouraged, though. Bro.
You just got to scream at the
sky. Gotta watch it. When you just have to watch it, it's like, damn, dude, like, everything was going so great.
And now it is all falling apart.
Ugh.
And there is the OCV to kick off the winners finals match. My God.
And I think ShadowX is one of those kind of players that can mentally recover from this really quickly. He's not going to let this color the second match of the set. But he's going to remember, like, damn, that was pretty rough.
Yeah, but, you know, he's done that to so many people. That's why he's able to shake it off. He's you know, you win some, you lose some.
Exactly. And he knows it's Rino, right? He knows who this is.
Mm-hmm. Here we go. Let's see if he can change things up here with K-Dash this time.
That stance used from K-Dash is kind of nice, too.
That DP was such a huge whiff.
I'm not sure what he's looking for there. There's that far C again. Going to see a lot of that in this matchup, probably. Not just from the K-Dash either. Because remember, Yashiro got a pretty nice one also.
Yeah, that close C and the 2C. Every single one of his C buttons. Incredible here for Rino. But now, put into the corner. ShadowX already doing much better this set. A little too high, wasn't able to confirm, and got tossed.
Oh, outside from the grab. Actually, I think that was the anti-air grab anyway. So that would have caught him. Oh, that's no way. So that's what I was talking about earlier, where you make the mistake and you're like, I'm about to get punished, and then the guy doesn't punish you, and you're like, okay, I got time to move, so let me hang myself all over again.
All right, he's going to try and keep the offense going here with K-Dash. I love the use of the 5B, but an even better whiff punish from ShadowX.
Oh, man, ShadowX right now. Looking cool as a cucumber. Oh, I was going to say looking cool as a cucumber, but ended up eating this damage from Yashiro. He's not going to get out of this corner for a second. Oh, just let him roll out.
Oh, but misses the jump in there. Huge punish now from ShadowX. Doesn't take him into the corner. Unfortunately, has to go mid-screen, but can still maintain this offense.
Caught him again, man. I think that's might have what he was trying to do the last time, but he just didn't catch him.
Oh, but he is going to catch him.
Damage done.
Yeah, and there we go. ShadowX now down to the anchor once again. Up to, oh, excuse me. No, down to Clark. For some reason, I thought he was already down a character.
No, that like was a war, man. Like the way they was going at it, I thought they lost a character or two also. Now the Clark is in, and the Clark don't got to do much. Jump A, jump B.
Yep, there we go. He's even able to delay it there to get the EX tackle.
It's kind of crazy. That's all he really gets off a match, no combo. Like, what else are you going to do?
He is going to have to block this pressure in the corner, though. Just dashing up with the 5B.
Would have been terrible.
That was an incredible roll into throw, though.
It was. It really was. Because, you know, it just as easily could have went in the other direction.
Exactly. And it can easily go in the other direction here with Ash as well. Ash with nearly 3.5 bars. This is scary.
This is two characters he has to go through, though. Rino, I've seen him do crazy things with Ash in the anchor position, down with his back against the wall, and it usually only took one low B. It's always the low B when I look at Rino. So watch out for that, I guess.
Oh,
I don't know if ShadowX is going to give him a chance.
Yeah, low B from ShadowX himself, tossing him into the corner. Gets the jump A, but didn't have the meter.
The jumping zone.
Okay, so goodbye, Clark.
Goodbye, Clark. This combo is going to betray Rino, though, because he's eating up clock, and that's going to lessen the health regained. But he might come away with this with 2 bars. Never mind, he EX'd it.
Yeah, had to spend the EX to get that kill. That was tragic there. And also, like you said, put the clock underneath 30 seconds, which means barely any health.
Yeah, that's the only real downside to that situation. Like, yeah, you got the kill, but you still got another healthy character to go through, and you're hurting yourself by doing a super long combo and just eating up clock. Now he has to play a zoning game against a character who doesn't really care if he has to throw fireballs full screen.
Yeah, and he has to build up at least half of a bar, too, and stay alive in the process.
Ain't gonna happen, my brother. Not against this guy.
Yep, and there it is with the jump in. ShadowX going to tie things up now 1-1.
So it looks like if ShadowX wants to keep this up, he's got to continue the war of attrition that Rino seems to be falling behind in. Because he even fooled us. We thought they had gone already 3 rounds. They were taking so long. Jeez.
I'm also so used to seeing Clark on point, right? On point or anchor. But in this matchup in particular, ShadowX has been running him in the middle position. Doesn't want to play Clark into a Yashiro.
I wonder if that's an attempt to disrupt the double O.Yashiro because there's things that both of those guys don't want to do against Clark, especially if they don't have the either.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's probably what he's thinking about here. But also, he is thinking about putting the pressure in the corner. Catches the back roll there with the fireball.
Oh, we might not even get to see the Yashiro versus the Clark this time.
No, that is the best performance so far from ShadowX in the point war this entire set.
Yeah, Rino just could not escape. And even when he did, he tried to go back in. It just wasn't working out. ShadowX looking like he's in complete control right now. Yeah, when you get those, you're feeling pretty good.
Absolutely. Oh, and you see Rino is stopping short too. He's starting to respect the DP option.
You had to, man, because he's like, oh, you gonna do that? I thought we were adults here.
There we go into the level 1. So much damage. It doesn't matter which Yashiro. You're still taking 70% of your health bar.
Ooh, rolls out of the corner. That was dangerous.
And look at that guard gauge. Answers back with the far C.
Oh, the trade. That is terrible for Rino right now. And right now, ShadowX can play this a little bit like Sonic and just start throwing out second shells to see if Reno's going to hop into them.
Oh, but throws out the standing D there. Was predicting the jumping attempt.
Oh, nice down C there. Get out of here.
Oh, yep, the air-to-air situation. Rino is able to take down K-Dash. Time for Clark. Let's see, jumps in, JA.
RB is still great.
Oh, okay. And yeah, sometimes you'll see that, right? The jump back B from Clark as just a tool to escape. That's really the only time that you see that button used.
Yeah, that's what I usually see. Like it's more or less like if you want to approach the hitbox, it's like protecting you.
Oh. But you
I want to get a word in here, but Reno's just like, hold on, keep watching the match, bro.
Oh, there's that 2D. Beautiful spacing, but gets tossed. And now you have to watch out for chip damage here. Rino is definitely going to be going for it.
Oh, my God.
Oh, the armor through with the EXDP. Caught ShadowX trying to go for that close D.
That was pretty clutch, too, because we've seen some of those attempts get blown up earlier on in the evening, so... Luckily, that was against a pretty obvious attempt at overhead, though.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, there we go. Guard cancel just trying to create a little bit of space. I like that, especially with how low health Yashiro has. Do not let him stay in that brawling range. And now we are down to the anchor war.
All right, so only 2 bars for the Ash. Almost at 3, but a full health Iori on the other end. That, again, does not really feel too bad about having to throw fireballs back and forth. But if you want a box, we can do that, is what he says.
Yeah, boxing with Ash is very scary. This character was not built for that.
No, he is not if he gets the low B anti-air, it's great. But he's trying to put... I thought it was coming, actually.
He's able to get the jump.
Has he got it? He got it? Oh. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, thanks to that counter hit. Beautiful confirm. But are we going to be able to finish it off?
He should be definitely in death danger zone here.
Let's see. One more rep. There we go.
I'm like you now. I ain't talking no more.
Yeah, I get scared. I get scared sometimes.
How do you commentate the Sun Squad? Ancient commentary art.
Anytime you speak during it, you just increase the odds of it dropping.
Like
it's
so, like
real.
in the old days, in the 13 days, people just did the chant, and I was like, that's just making it worse, man. Like they did the Ghanesian chant. Like, hey, hey, hey. I'm like, no, everybody be quiet. He's really concentrating. Right?
Ready? Go!
So here we go. Rino is up 2-1 here against ShadowX. And that was ShadowX's best start, too, and Rino was still able to bring it back. So that is big for his momentum going into this next round.
Yeah, it is. And I think ShadowX might have a little bit of air left out of his balloon because of that, because he was feeling like $1 million, and it just got deflated.
Oh, trying Trying to chase down. Wow, lands on the other side as well. That JC is a nightmare.
Dude, absolute menace of a button for you got it twice. You got to deal with it twice, dude.
Yeah, two Yashiro.
That's why I like watching this man play, because I'm like, you know what it is, right? He's going to cross you up with that unfair jump button twice.
You know he picked it. He picked these characters just for that too.
I would too, man. If I played that character, I'm like, oh, I get to do this twice. Yeah, I'll play a grappler.
And look at this, just keeping the pressure up. There's the Deathlike Driver. ShadowX's chance to escape, utilizing that JC really well.
Ooh, empty jump. Empty jumps EX stab there. Starting to get creative here on ShadowX's part. But he's got to, because he is down by quite a bit.
Yeah, for sure. Anti-air 2D, the Spinaroonie.
Oh, the air throw, what you got after that? Oh, that could have been a problem, but you got away with it.
Argentinian backbreaker is going to come through. 32 seconds on the clock. ShadowX is going to get some nice health back. Some much needed health back going into a regular Yashiro.
Oh, boy. You caught him from the front side?
Oh, catches him. Just keeps
that jump
jumping
C is doing
in.
entirely too much, bro.
That's the character, jump C, when in doubt.
It is doing everything right now. Holding the pressure, air to air, cross ups.
Raw max mode. Okay, ShadowX is going to get a payoff for it here.
So remember, it's not a death sentence anymore. You do get meter while you're in raw max mode now. So it's actually a little bit of a comeback mechanic, because those touches add up because of extra damage.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're starting to see some players slowly incorporate it into their game plan. There is a nice 2C into the EX turn punch. Is going to be enough to kill as well. And Lucada FGC coming through with the 16 months. I see you. Thank you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, the raw max mode was basically meant to make your opponent play a certain way that you could take advantage of, like a surefire way to ensure that they're probably gonna go on the defense, and if you get too close, they're gonna take a big risk to get you off of them. And that's what we saw happen for Shadow just then. He popped it. Rino got a little shook, didn't want to really let himself hang out there too much, and Clark got the grab.
Oh, and Clark is going to be sent to the back of the line here as Tabby Nickel comes through with the raid. Thank you so much and welcome.
All right, here we go. Once again, the anchor battle, but this time the Ash with a tremendous amount of meter and no life lead. Oh, just got him
my God.
off the gate. I think that's it, bro.
Yo, take your vitamins and say your prayers.
There we go. This is a long one, though. This is full health.
Yeah, this is. You have to get a lot of reps going here. Are we going to be able to get the stun, though? That's the important thing. Probably not, since it was just right off the bat.
No, he did not get the stun, but he got the reversal.
DP'd right out. Caught the back roll with the close C, but
that was
didn't bleed.
almost a classic. Ah!
Oh, the flash kick through.
The Ash Classic almost occurred. If ShadowX is just 1% more on his game with that close C, that's a dead Ash.
Yeah. The classic install him to lose.
Yeah, dude. Like, I was like, holy crap, he's going to do it.
But Rino does do it and comes through 3-1 again.
Options. So, expect the Shune and the Ramon to be playing a little loose with the true strings.
But first, we're going to start off with Geese and Haohmaru. This is another really interesting matchup here. Characters you do not see very often, let alone in top 8 in a tournament this big.
Definitely not in top 8. I think you more likely see Geese in top 8 than Haohmaru, but then again, here we are. Ooh.
Wow. Gonna get the full confirm off of that as well. That was on the tip of the standing D.
It was. And yeah, Excelancer would be doing that too, man. Like, he'd be like, you like pressing the mids, huh? Well, I got something for that.
Fakes out the cross up that time.
Oh. Big far C. Still good. No.
Oh, nice save, but no punish.
What happened there? That was death, for sure.
I wonder if he was expecting the heavy DP, right? Wasn't expecting him to fall as fast.
Possibly, because I think the light punch don't even have invulnerability on it, possibly. So he was like, well, of course he would do heavy.
Yeah, every Haohmaru I've seen does heavy.
Yeah.
Well, here we go. Starting off the very next round, really with a lot of momentum.
Right, Sonic right now down a character quite a bit right now, almost down a character and a half. And it's been in meter on just escaping, unable to get anything significant here. And he's determined though. If I know anything about him, he's definitely determined to make something work here with K-Dash. But Excelancer also, from what I played, is just so good at keeping you from doing what you want to do. Not just beating you, keeping you from what you want to do.
Yeah, there was a great roll through, gets the 2D on the Shadow Strike, and the JB spends the level too. I don't know if he needed to do that, but you know what? He just wanted to finish it off.
Most likely he'd already committed to like auto combo because he was like, crap, I hit the A too many times, and then, well, which button does the special? Oops, I picked the wrong button to finish it with.
It's all right, we take those. Does have a 3-character lead right now.
And this is Sonic's on-brand character. This is the flagship character here, Ramon. Guy cannot stop talking about how good Ramon is and what buffs Ramon needs.
I mean, he is a believer, and that's what you love to see. And that belief is paying off, taking down Geese. But can he get through Shune and Luong?
Just like I don't know what it is, but like I feel like he jumps like 80% more when he's playing with Ramon. And I get it, it's Ramon, but like people just aren't ready for it. Ramon in the air is such a problem.
He is such a fast character too.
That was way too close. Reset. Yeah. Overhead. He knows that.
Oh, but the guard cancel backwards, trying to avoid.
Punish!
Woo! This is gonna hurt too.
Oh yeah, he's got the corner too. He could have went for a little bit more, but he wants to hold on and keep the position. Oh, should have activated.
Oh, and the chase down. See how fast this character is too. The running command grab.
That move is rough because I think you just have to get out the way. I've never seen anybody poke it out.
Jumps in, does it again. And it's also so difficult because it just looks like his running animation.
Exactly. It's real cheesy, dude. Like
that is another one of those knowledge checks, right? Oh, he's running at me to put on pressure. Oh, never mind. It's a command grab.
It was throw. It was throw all along. Oh man, caught him backdashing. No, that's lucky for Sonichackedyou. That could have been serious damage if he was on the ground.
Trying to jump in. Great block on the cross-up attempt from the body splash.
Oh man, but right now Excelancer is winning this trade battle though.
Finally lands the drop kick. I think that's the first drop kick that's hit so far tonight.
Way too high. No, he did it again. Oh, this guy's crazy. Sonic, chill. I can't take it. Oh, what a challenge.
He's treating that drop kick like Blue Marys treat the slide.
Yeah. It's kind of getting the same kind of mileage, to be honest.
Gets the DDT to the overhead. The reverse OCV with Ramon in loser semifinals. The Ramon CV.
Move has like 80 frames of startup.
And this is exactly what you said, Haohmaru, right? Gonna be playing it fast and loose.
Loose. He's like, does he know? Does he know? I don't think he knows. Let's give it a shot.
Ready?
It's Battleship right now, man.
All right, flipping right in over. Says you're not gonna zone me out with the Rapukins.
Oh man, Sonic gotta be feeling like $1 million right now. He's like, dude, I did not expect to come away with that with a dub. So we are definitely going in with Howl.
Oh, but the 2H is gonna whiff. Oh, okay, this DP is definitely getting punished.
Yeah, he's gonna make him hurt for this one, but he's out of resources too, so he's only gonna get so far, but he's gonna get the corner nonetheless. Good pressure.
Geese's corner pressure is great, but wow, what a poke out! Are you kidding me?
That's how you play Howl, actually. So that was good. That was great.
Yeah.
But that's what he couldn't get. He couldn't get that started in the previous match. Now Sonic kind of feeling himself confident enough to go for the big reads, go for the big risk, and it's gonna pay off. And you're gonna make the Shune spin meter because the Shune can't do nothing without spinning meter. That's the other problem with the boy. You know, he don't get to do nothing for free.
Yeah, so it's interesting to see him on the middle position. Most of the times when I see him on anchor because he needs to spend that meter.
I put him on point because he can make his own meter and spend it too. I don't want any parts of it.
Here we go now. K-Dash coming in. Gonna get punished.
Oh man, he's believing in that stand CD. They took that away from us, bro. I know.
There's the jump in, guard cancel to escape from the corner from Sonic. Ooh, goes for the reset into the low. And oh, where are you going?
Cannot do that. Just did that to close the distance? All right. Settle it. You gonna spin meter here too? Go for the reset? Keeping it conservative.
Should be able to kill here.
Yeah, I definitely would.
All right, now Excelancer putting Sonichackedyou back up against the ropes. But Ramon did score a reverse OCV, so...
And he just made Shunei spend all those resources, so I don't know what Shunei does here to really hurt Ramon. He needs like one clean touch, but it ain't coming, brother.
Did you see the low profile? He forced it to whip. That is crazy.
That is so unfair for Shunei.
And here we go.
My poor boy. Look what they did to my boy. Oh no. Excelancer's on one right now. He ain't about to go down to this. Wow, he did it.
Nah, no shot.
So in the corner, that is super potent. That is a fact. In the corner, that specific option is super potent. Mid screen, not so much.
But it's gonna work anyway. Unfortunately, though, Ramon one touch away from dying goes for the EX body splash. DDT.
Oh no, not like this. Okay, good block.
Oh,
bro, the character's so scary, dude. Like, it's like his body just like suddenly appears in front of you, drop kicking you.
Bro, I'm sweating.
I'm telling you, dude. You try playing this guy. Try playing against Sonic.
I don't want to.
And you're like, why did you drop kick there? And he's like, because you were standing in neutral. And I'm like, yeah.
He said, you gonna punish it? No, that's what I thought.
Like, I'll be playing this dude, and like, in between rounds, he'll be in Twitch chat telling me stuff that he's trying to do, and I'm like,
he comes in between his games and in between rounds sometimes in Twitch chat.
That's what I'm saying. He be doing it. I'm like, I haven't asked him, like, how do you do that, bro? Like, are you like on some like speech to text thing or something, like constantly? And it's really good at spelling.
His hands are just that fast.
Apparently, man, I believe it because the way those drop kicks come out, I would totally believe it.
Oh, he's able to get the clean jump in too. There's gonna be a lot of damage with that DP. Oh, Geese is dead. Wow.
Geese is dead. Geese hasn't been able to do anything for the last 2 games.
And Haohmaru is gonna be back at full health now here going into Excelancer Shunei.
Dude, Sonic is on one right now. Every now and then, you know, a guy gets into the zone and you can just see it happen in real time and you can kind of feel it. Right now, it's both, dude. Like, this guy's on another level.
Yeah, he is playing some of the best KOF I have seen here from him. Oh, but the reset into the low this time. Excelancer has been consistently going for the overheads. Oh, the chase down, the guard cancel, that was so
sick.
Nasty.
That was sick. I'm stealing that, by the way. I mean, it's mad specific, but man, even after all that, he couldn't even kill the Haohmaru, dude. Like,
please,
so rough. Don't press the button.
Okay.
Nice.
I was worried that Shunei was actually going to die there.
I mean, that's a pretty safe bet usually. The Shunei, like again, he can't scare people from jumping. The only thing he's really good at checking is probably if you roll out of a out of a setup, because he gets a throw then, but it ain't much.
He is doing some work though in the corner with that air dash backwards. He forces on the Shadow Strike and lands the Shadow Strike of his own.
He's still got a pretty good Shadow Strike too on top of that. Like, it's got some wow. Went right back to neutral. That's one thing that he has. Like when he lifts that blue hand, he cannot punish it on the way down. If you block it though, different story.
And here we go. This is it. Ramon is all that Sonic has left.
Be careful with that. The blowing.
Being pretty patient here.
I like that he's using that to build meter as well as hold the neutral. I would definitely implore him to do a little bit more of that because that's not a good position for Shunei to be in.
Oh, no.
Big commitment from Sonichackedyou to go for the overhead headbutt there, but it's got a big windup, as we mentioned earlier. We tried it, baby!
And he's able to close it out. What a call out there from Excelancer. Moving on to losers finals.
I got a job to do.
Ready? Go!
He is a working man. Look at him too.
Yeah,
He
he's
just looks like
definitely a
John
working
Cena.
man. That guy's definitely out there putting in the effort.
Oh, but it is
Oh,
going to get
boy.
sent all the way into the corner pretty early on.
Yeah, I don't think that this is necessarily bad for Clark right now, but at the same time, when you're playing against Luong, not a good place to be because she's got that big jump blowback that's going to hold you in place, the big stand blowback that's going to hold you in place, and if she gets close, she's got to stand, or a couple of stand blows.
Yeah, but there we go.
Hard to push her
Jumping
out.
in with the JB is going to connect here. Goes for the reset. ShadowX trying to block for his life.
See how she gets to back up on that, and then just that stand blowback, bro. Woo!
It's just so good, too.
It covers so much area. That kind of does the neutral for her, man. Like, it's fast enough to be a neutral poke. So the fact that you can't overjump it a lot of times, it's got great range. It's whiff cancel it into Geki.
And if it hits, you get a massive confirm as well.
Yeah, you get a full screen confirm afterwards. I'm like, wow, dude.
Here we go, ShadowX trying to get something started here. He is able to get some pressure going, but it's just not working right now. Excelancer is slipping out of all of it. There we go. Gets the confirm with the EX.
Off a trade, no less, but he'll take it, man. You got to take what you can get sometimes. Oh, he didn't get it in time, but he got the cross up.
Okay.
I mean, that's an option. I
It
never
is jump
thought about
steals.
that, actually.
Here he goes, sends up the fire. The run-up throw, though. Empty jump in. Just tries to go for the safe jump to bait out the DP, but ShadowX is not going to bite.
Ooh, he didn't have to do that.
Oh, that was a big risk there from Excelancer, and it is going to pay off in Shadow's favor. Goodbye, Luong.
I wonder, did he think he was catching him in a game of my turn, your turn, and he wanted to end it, or was he trying to jump blowback, I wonder? Because a lot of times people try to hyper hop blowback and they get the shatter strike because of the overlap in input.
That is true. I would hope it was that, right? Because just throwing out a Shadow Strike like that, trying to go for a call out when you have the lead.
Yeah, that just seemed weird.
There we go. Shune trying to close out K-Dash, and wow, what a punish.
Didn't spend too much on either. Still got 2.5 bars. And Shune with really 1 bar is probably doing his max output of damage. That's reasonable, at least. And he did that empty cancel blowing.
Okay, blue hand. Just trying to stick it out again. There's the air dashes. ShadowX is just sitting back like, go ahead, twirl around all you want.
He's like, what does this character do? I don't really care that much. Oh, he can interrupt that, though. He's challenging, though. He got it! But he did. Oh, man.
Fortunate drop there.
Yeah. That's like the coolest thing a Shune will ever do, but it's super hard to get anything afterwards.
Oh, but we try to go for the raw overhead there into the quick mode confirmed, and Excelancer smartly just running away. Let that quick mode burn down.
You looking cheeky, bro. That is definitely not safe.
Oh, and yeah, that is not safe either. Gonna get blocked and full punish here. But ShadowX did not have a lot of meter to work with. Has to save it for the next character.
Yeah, a lot of knowledge checking going on here right now from Excelancer's part. And ShadowX, to his credit, just not biting on anything. Pretty impressed by that because usually you catch somebody with 1 or 2 of these setups that don't do a lot of damage, but they make Shune look scarier than he is.
Yeah, I mean, it is working out, right? He's just kind of slowing down the pace of the match as well. But these random shatter strikes from Excelancer. You know what? I'm starting to believe that Luong one was a legit shatter strike.
I think so, too. Wow. I didn't realize he was on his anchor.
Yeah, and at the buzzer there, no health back at all for Iori going into Geese. This is kind of scary.
All right. This Geese kind of got handled in the previous match, but against an Iori with this kind of resource available, I don't think there's much for him to be worried about. No counter there.
There's also always the threat of just the level 3 command grab.
There's always, yes, 100%. Well, he may not get a chance to do that because he's getting mixed by this Iori and put into the corner.
Oh,
That was not what I. Oh my.
That is so tragic for Excelancer. That is some mental damage coming through. ShadowX getting game number 1.
I don't know if he was in range for wake up throw, but he did a micro step back and then did the empty hop low. And I don't know. I feel like that was still a grabbable range. It's weird. You never know.
If it wasn't, that was perfect spacing on
that was
Shadow's
perfect
part.
spacing, like microscopic, dude.
And now we're going to jump straight into game number 2 here. Clark versus Luong off the bat again. That JA is going to be so important when going into the air against this character.
I gotta say, man, like, I'm looking at that Geese on the anchor position of Excelancer on his roster, and I'm like, I'm not seeing the benefit here, especially if you have to go up against Iori again, who ShadowX is not afraid of Geese with Iori on deck.
All right. The JB actually this time tries to go for the low.
Maybe he's going to try to just do it. Well, never mind. I thought he was going to try to do it all along, but he's about to get put in that pressure cooker. Oh, nice trade. Nice challenge. Nice challenge.
Yep. Isn't able to get the kill, though. Can force the situation in block. Definitely chip is a factor here, and if Luong can chip you from really far away.
Yeah, but she's probably not getting a lot of life back here. I think at this point it's gonna be. I was gonna say it's gonna behoove Excelancer to stay on the ground and probably chill, or maybe play reactionary, because he's still gonna have a decent amount of life coming into the second round, but may not even get to see the Luong in the second round.
And ShadowX just gets more dangerous the lower his life gets.
But he did get ShadowX to spend all that meter. So the best that the K-Dash is going to get is 1 bar against the Shune, who has almost 3.
And there's that knockdown. Tries to go for the overhead.
Yeah, that was Cena. Oh, he didn't space it correctly. That could have been a lot
resources. That's the tragic part, is the no resources here for ShadowX. How do you get in and punish Excelancer? Just trying to build up some meter by whiffing those grabs, but does get caught by the red hand.
So that red hand right there, you're going to see some Shunes kind of just throw that out in neutral. It is punishable, but it can be thrown at a distance where it looks like it's not. It has great potential to catch people backdashing, people hopping. Close the distance really well. The only problem it really has is that when it whiffs, you got like a huge recovery window.
Oh, but here we go. The knockdown in the corner. Jump CD. Yeah, just getting caught by that overhead. It is so scary to block against K-Dash in the corner.
It's not just that. It's just that the lack of real responses that Shune has is... It kind of makes him feel like if I'm blocking, there ain't no way really out of this unless I spin meter. And that makes him more susceptible to getting hit.
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised we didn't see the guard cancels coming out as well, right? Just to try and escape. But is going to have 3 bars here with Geese.
And the Geese, once again, not really able to get anything started here in the anchor position, all that meter. But Geese still kind of one of those defensive read characters, reactionary characters, and it's hard to do that against someone like K-Dash.
And he's going to be able to close it out, though. And yeah, K-Dash really putting in the work here for ShadowX. Like you said, very hard to, react to and deal with in a lot of those neutral situations. But 2-0 right now for ShadowX, trying to get a 3-0 sweep to get that run back against Rino. And it's funny, we were talking, but we mentioned before, Rino and ShadowX Grand Finals is very exciting to see. We might end up getting another one of those.
Very likely, man, and it's kind of the classic here at TNS. But there's a reason for that. They're definitely going up against all the best in their region, and they keep running into each other. But Excelancer might have something to say about that. I don't want to believe that he's entirely unable to utilize that Geese in the anchor position. He just hasn't been able to find his opportunity or whatever it is he's looking for there. I don't know what the game plan is, but he seems committed to it.
Yeah, and definitely has to commit because this is the last chance he has. But right now, Luong is doing a good job. Part of me thinks maybe he just doesn't want to run Geese point against Clark, but this is a great confirm there off the Shadow Strike.
That backdash
Off the CD.
intense. Yeah, that backdash was crazy. And the fact that she can do that, that's another thing. She can backdash and then do the stand CD, and it's like, it's almost fast enough that it looked like it was one full fluid movement.
Yeah, exactly. That's so many of her moves, actually, especially the CD cancels into the different kicks, right? It's just so difficult to deal with the neutral because you never know what's going to come out, and it all reaches so far.
Yeah, it's hard to react to a lot of that stuff, and if she touches you once with a lot of this stuff, and she got meter, she can put pretty good damage on you.
Oh, but misses the EX pickup there, gets a second chance.
Oh, he's getting full damage, even with only half a bar.
Ow. Well, he's going to run face first into the Shadow Strike. This is Shadow X's chance to kind of even the playing field.
Neutral jump. Wow, he can't do that to her. She's got that trajectory changing jump.
But we are able to slide right on in to close out that round. Going to get some health back here for K-Dash. This is going to be very valuable going up against Shune. And so far, Excelancer has really been struggling with Shune versus K-Dash.
There's not a lot Shune can do here that's going to scare K-Dash. In Season 1, he had the stand CD that had good range on it, so he could at least, you know, play a little bit of neutral here. But now, the stand CD is it's gone. You know, he's got no range on it. All his buttons are kind of stubby. You're kind of hoping that your opponent gives you an opportunity by overjumping or not guessing right on a high-low setup. Other than that, you're blocking. You'll get
For sure, but there we go. The guard cancel to push Excelancer into the corner. Still able to escape. Guard cancel again. In turn, just trying to maintain this corner pressure. All right. Trying to hop out.
The far C! He didn't believe, dude. That far C is like, when it hits, it's like once in a blue moon. We almost are never ready for it, but you just got to let it rip every time, man. And you saw he went for the Sky Axe too, the forward B. If you're not ready for a follow-up after that, you're definitely getting punished.
And that was unfortunate there. Probably could have gotten more from that far C and closed out the round, but now you're giving Excelancer another chance, and they have the meter to kill.
Yeah, not enough though. Unfortunately, Shune does such crappy damage.
That is so sad. That is so
Dude.
sad. Any other character would have killed off that.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. And I understand why it's like that, because we all remember KOF 14 Season 2 and 3. So I understand why it's like that.
You play this character, Hellfire?
Oh, yeah, I play this character. I live like this.
I'm sorry.
I live like this, dude. My room is all messy and everything.
But here we go. Now Shadow X down to his anchor Iori, but Excelancer also down to the anchor Geese. This is set point for Shadow X.
Oh, man. He has not been able to do anything with this Geese and about to eat more than 50% damage. Oh, maybe not.
Oh, same side. Oh my god, one more touch and you're dead.
Yeah, and Geese is not good at fighting out of the corner in this situation. Oh, we got the old classic to work. He's done.
A perfect there for Iori. Shadow X with a perfect run as well. 3-0 going to move on to grand finals.
Clark versus Ash.
Yes. Yeah, Iori on point for sure. And then K-Dash in the middle.
All right, this is O.Yashiro getting started early. He's rested now. He had to chill, all that time to chill in the winner's side of grand finals.
But there's a nice jump CD to escape from the corner, straight to the EX Scumgale.
And we're seeing the K-Dash in the secondary still, so the Iori's up front.
And
I think he wants to steamroll just a little bit.
That 5B2, we talk so much about Yashiro's different buttons, especially his C normals, but 5B is just such a good get off me button.
No, he's got like a button for almost every occasion. But yeah, the 5B definitely finds the most usage in neutral because Yashiro's only doing two things. He's coming at you, getting damage, or he's trying to get you off, right? He doesn't really play neutral.
No, he circumvents neutral.
Yeah, he can do it. He can do it, but he's like, my neutral is more or less defense because like I'm trying to get this truck moving.
Yeah, and here we go. The truck is definitely rolling. Gonna get the setup as well. Just goes for the big jump in.
Oh, jumps the command grab. Nobody home.
Very nice, and gets the full pickup. Look at the damage on this, goddamn.
Oh yeah, man, he had to do all that. Spend a lot of meter on it too, so Still a little bit of a meter hog, K-Dash is. Wow, he lost the K-Dash to just one touch.
No. Yeah, he's dead. No, he's alive?
Yeah,
Yes,
he's
just
alive,
barely.
but it's like one more. Okay, I'm a liar. So call Say-Jam.
Just the far C. The far C comes in clutch once again for K-Dash.
Dude. Had me worried for a second. I was like, off of that touch? No way.
But now you have to deal with another Yashiro, and that really has been the headache so far tonight for everyone who has fought Rino. Is going from one Yashiro to another.
2 big jump C's, man. And the big far B's. And the far D ain't bad either, honestly.
It's just a lot of the same buttons, but then different special moves. And goodbye, K-Dash. Clark, it is up to you.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, like, that jump A, I got suspicions about that. I think that's like one of those old school World Warrior buttons that just be like the jump jab that just be out there the whole time. Because when he does it, it's just out there and it's just active. And I'm like, dude, how long is that active for?
It's active long enough.
This seriously.
Oh, tries to go for the big command grab call out there, but a nice wake-up back roll from Rino.
Oh! Once I saw the first one hit, I knew it was over.
Oh, man, and this first game might end up being over as well. OTG about to build up 1 bar. There it is, the jump C cross up again. Jump C, that's the button, that's the money maker.
Dude, how do you even end up behind him, man? Like, that is so messed up.
It steals the corner in a lot of these situations.
Dude, it's so crazy. Like, you could be like back against the wall and it still hits you in the back of the head.
He'll hit you in the back of the head and then land in front of you.
Exactly. And I'm like, what's going on here?
Isn't that an illegal blow?
Grabbing from behind the head. You're not allowed to do that in competition, man. Come on.
No, come on, man. This is grand finals.
It's grand finals, dude. We got the president is watching. Come on, dude.
Oh, but there we go. DP coming through to start things off.
I think ShadowX might have to play this one a little aggressive because I mean, he's already pretty aggressive, but he cannot let Rino get anything. No feet on the ground unless it's like to fall over afterwards because if you let this man breathe, he finds a way.
He has his back on the ground there. Does get the 2B as well. Not enough mirror to get the kill, though. Oh, all right. The delay on the Rekkas there is able to catch Rino pressing.
Oh, man. This is what I was talking about, man. It cannot allow Rino and Yashiro to get started.
Ooh, no 2C for you. EX Scum is going to beat it out. Just through the level.
Bunches of punches. All right, so Yashiro back to doing Yashiro things in the corner. Gets the throw. He crosses him up. I swear to God. Oh, my God.
Help. Help. He caught the rollback with the close C. Goodbye, Iori.
So I wonder if that was supposed to be an attempt to, like, blow up. I don't know. I don't know why you would roll back in front of Yashiro. His pressure is so safe. You're never really going to catch an opening there, are you?
I don't think so.
Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I swear to God. That might have been an accident.
Unless you roll back like his dash punch, right? I think that's like the only thing you would really be able to escape from.
The light punch version, maybe? C-punch version for sure. I totally believe it. But no one ever does C-punch version.
Yeah, no, they just want to have the safe pressure.
Yeah.
Oh, there's that 5B again. Just get off me, trying to poke his way out of the corner.
Oh, why would you do that? Oh, the hop C2! Optimal damage.
Help. Help. We haven't even seen Ash yet.
Optimal, by the way.
Oh, man, yeah, just having the awareness there to get the jump in. Over 1,000 of you watching. I see you for this grand finals.
This Clark is kind of shook, dude. ShadowX looking like he ain't ready to go in. And I don't blame him.
Oh, but there's that JA. Nice frame kill, too, with the standing V.
So the only benefit here is that if he gets rid of the Yashiro now, the Ash is coming in with only 3 bars and have to fight a very healthy Clark.
Yes. So that is definitely good for Rino, at least, having 3 bars available going into this. But it feels like ShadowX picked this position for a reason.
He has to not get hit, though. That's literally the only thing.
Oh. Help pockets, what'd you do?
I was gonna say it's good for him if he doesn't get hit.
Here we go.
No, this is why I was like, what is this matchup supposed to do for Clark? Because Clark is basically really. He must have did the wrong string.
Hey, that's
Clark
a
got
5-bar
bars
Clark
now.
though. Oh my god.
See, now if Clark had a move that just like, just put him in the opponent's face instantly for a grab, I'd be worried right now. But right now, if I'm Rino, I'm like, whatever, dude. You're already dead.
Hey, you just have to score a couple. Oh no. Sometimes all you need to do is run forward.
The ball's on this guy, man. Just run through. I guess.
Oh no! This is gonna be level 2 into the climax. You are going to be alive though because of the scaling.
I say let it rip. You ain't doing nothing else with that bar anyway. You ain't doing nothing else with that bar.
Oh wait, hold up.
Nah, he's not. He's all right. He's all right.
Just barely.
But he's got no resources left. Shune. Wow! That jump A.
J-A, the God button here.
Bro.
It's like a diet JC.
People are gonna tell me like, yo, dude, like that's what he meant to do the entire time. I'm like, you mean he meant to take advantage of the most unlikely situation ever and start a steamroll from that into a dub? That's why Clark is on anchor.
You see that Clark win quote too? He said, "I'm a professional, you're an amateur." That's cold.
Oh my god.
All right, and now Rino actually being a little bit more patient here at
Yeah, he was
start.
like, really, dude? Like, come on. I threw out the proximity blast, and you just ran up and command grabbed me, and I forgot how to play.
Oh, but look at that guard gauge starting to whittle down. Rino trying to fight his way out, but getting caught in a scramble situation.
Oh, the far B, let's go.
Oh, into the
Shadow X say we resetting the bracket tonight, baby.
He wants another set.
He does, man. I don't know if Rino got any. Damn. I mean, that's definitely good, but.
he just flew into that.
Yeah. I was like, wow, he just got one out before it was over.
Iori's just gonna laugh it off, though. It's cool.
He's like, it's good. Just gotta give you one of those, man. I feel like that, even the AI will get that on you. Like, when you just start looping the AI, and they just suddenly just pick the right option against your approach, and you get hit by it, and you're like, oh, all right, well, there goes my perfect, right?
Oh, well, they're reading your inputs.
Basically, man.
Here we go now. Rino kind of stuck in the corner, trying to brawl out.
Rino
Man,
can still.
5B, just keep
It's that good. It's that good. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know why more Yashiro just don't do that. I'm like,
all right, and we're going to even up the playing field here now with 40 seconds left on the clock. Rino's going to get a lot of life back for Yashiro going into K-Dash.
oh, man. And this K-Dash has not been having a good time against the Yashiro.
So not at all here, and there we go, jumping in again. Gets the close C with the micro walk. Oh, my God.
And this is something very subtle that is catching Shadow X off guard is that stagger pressure. Because Shadow X seems to be having a lot of success from just getting that opportunity to hit a button, and he takes it every time.
Yeah,
And then he
Rino is definitely
maximizes the damage on that. But if you read that, if you play that against him, he's kind of falling into that. And when he has to play patient like that, I don't think he feels good.
He's able to grab the dash punch, though. That's big for Shadow X, but he needs to make something out of it. Over jumping in. There's the DP. Gets the knockdown.
Yo! How long has it been since we saw that?
A long time. I'd say months since I've actually seen that happen on stream.
That is the week 1 tech, dude.
And now down once again to Clark, but Clark is going to be able to get rid of Yashiro just like that. Spends the level 1. You have to.
He's going to give Ash 3.5 bars, and as we saw previously, that is not necessarily a death sentence for Clark, but Shadow X doesn't have nearly as much resources as he had previously.
Yeah, far shy from 5 bars here. Oh, that could have been huge too, but we are going to get the quick vote confirmed, putting Rino into the corner.
Oh, he got him again. Rino getting a little impatient here, just not willing to block. Run up throw.
Set play. Low is going to be blocked.
I don't think that works, honestly.
It's fake set play.
It's fake set play. It looks real, but I'm like, you can just roll. I know it's coming because it's usually going to be a low B, probably anti-air low B that starts the Sonic 2 lot problem. But at the same time, ShadowX looking like he's at least going to take it down to one-touch territory.
Yeah, you need to be really careful about these fireballs you're throwing out because ShadowX has been consistently hopping over with the JA to punish.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he ran up with the low B there. He wants it.
Oh,
hey, got him. Is that enough? No,
I don't
not
think so.
quite. But what does Ash do from that position? He still needs one touch. Only 18 seconds left on the clock. Even if he did touch him now, I'm not sure it's enough time to get the life lead.
He needs the spacing correct on that fireball to be able to punish the jump in.
Uh-huh. And ShadowX don't got to do anything.
No,
he can
he's
hang
gotta
back here. This is actually, if it hits 7 seconds, I think it's good.
I don't know why he's even swinging
He
either.
just blocked. He just blocked, bro. He just blocked. All you got to do is block. All you got to do is block.
Oh my god.
All you got to do is block, bro. Oh my god.
He had to just do nothing. He had to just run away. But Rino, right at the buzzer, is going to take it up 2-1. One more game away from closing out this tournament.
ShadowX, my channel points, bro. Come on.
He's going to let it slip like that.
No. Great play from Rino there at the end, recognizing like, okay, if I don't make this happen now, he might as well just give me the touch, and if I go for it, I might still be out of time. But he augmented the string after he got the touch, and it turned into a kill combo. So hats off to him for that.
Yeah, incredible play there. Starting off strong in this next round as well. Putting Iori into the corner. I like the checks here with the 5 Bs. 5 As, excuse me.
I just feel like it'll come down to that again. And what we're seeing in that anchor matchup is that the Clark doesn't really get the swing on Ash because of that thing.
Yeah, and Clark, he needs the meter too. We've noticed that he has to have the meter to actually make that comeback because he's always in one-touch kill range.
But that means ShadowX needs to roll through 2 Yashiros without spending any meter.
Which is one of the hardest things I think you could possibly do.
Right? Yeah.
And look, he's already having a difficult time. Rino's slowing it down because he has the life lead here, but is going to get clipped by the Rekka.
Oh. Yeah, he's not able to get anything significant here. Might get the life lead at the end here.
Ooh,
a little obvious on that EX scum gale.
Yeah, and goodbye, Iori. But down to 8 seconds on the clock. They're running these rounds late.
I like it. I like it, though, because this is what high-level KO is supposed to look like. When you're at the peak of how you're playing, the clock should be almost out. Because if you're ending the round at 40 seconds, that means someone ain't blocking.
Yeah, I mean, ShadowX wasn't blocking there. Got hit by a run-up 2C at the start of the round here. Already about to lose K-Dash. Spend it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
Why does that level 1 do so much damage?
It's the power of Orochi. That's the droopy dog slam, dude.
He's swinging around like Hulk swings around Loki.
Basically, man. Puny god.
And now it is all up to Clark to make a almost perfect reverse OCB.
I mean, it's ShadowX, so I don't put nothing past him, but it's also Orochi Yashiro.
That is true. He's already started off strong.
Orochi Yashiro plus Rino plus Yashiro in the back plus Ash with 3 bars equals Mission Impossible.
Yeah, equals L for ShadowX.
Yeah, I mean, it's looking real bad right now. He got 4 bars, and he can't really spend it either. That's the other problem. Like, he can do that and make the most out of that, but that's eating up clock, and he's as much help as he can get to be a threat against the secondary Yashiro, and I just don't see that happening.
Yeah, and it just sucks because after that EX tackle, he's not going to be able to super either. And thank you, Lena, for the gift sub. I see you. And this is down to the wire here now. Yeah, just throw out the 5 Bs.
Yeah, there ain't no... Wow.
Never mind. Don't throw out the 5 Bs. I was lying.
I respect it because he was like, look, I've only got 1 shot at this. This is going to leave me with nearly 1.5 bars. 24 seconds left on the clock, so I ain't getting no life back anyway.
Yeah, he has to cook Rino right now. And Smug Blue Dragon come through with the $10. Thank you so much.
Anybody can do it. Nice air to air. Turns into Gator Roll. Oh, that far B. Does that.
Oh, and that trade.
That should be it. That should be it. Yes, sir. Rino. What number was it? Rino Tampa never sleeps champion number 49?
49, I believe.
49, dude.
48.
48. I was off. Sorry. Turning 40 this year, so my memory's not quite what it used to be.
Yeah, a hell of a performance there from Rino, denying the run back from Shadow X.